Hanover Insurance Park at Fitton Field in Worcester, Massachusetts. Charter Communications and Charter TV3 proudly present live coverage of FCBL baseball. Tonight, it is the Worcester Bravehearts and the Pittsfield Suns. Hello, everyone, and welcome down to the field. Kevin Shea alongside of Andy Lacombe. And Andy, Worcester's coming in right now on a little bit of a roll. They've won 2 in a row. They've had a couple rainouts, so their pitching staff's rested. Everyone's rested. They're ready to go, and they're ready to kind of make a run right now.
Yeah, still plenty of baseball left and still a lot of additions coming to the roster. So still a team kind of learning and feeling each other out. But this Pittsfield team's just a percentage point above them in the standings. So a pretty good step here tonight. Get a good quality start and get a win over Pittsfield and move from there.
All right, Tyler Pertain will be on the hill for Worcester. He's 4th in the league in ERA. It is Worcester and Pittsfield. We're back with the opening pitch right after this.
If you feel like you're getting knocked around by the big insurance company, call the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia. Whether it's a car accident, slip and fall, or dog bite, don't sign anything from the insurance company until you've talked to a lawyer. Hiring a lawyer can double or even triple the initial settlement offer. Don't stand alone against the big insurance companies. Let the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia fight for you.
You love working on cars. From classics to high performance, you're happiest when you're under the hood. Turn your passion into a rewarding career as an automotive technician. At Porter & Chester Institute, you'll get hands-on training on engines from bumper to bumper, using industry-standard tools and diagnostic equipment. You'll be prepared with the skills you need and industry tools you can take with you to start your new career. Visit us at porterchester.com. Porter & Chester, career training for today's jobs.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Rich.
Took my advice and came to Cantiana Insurance.
It's in a great location with easy parking. They even have free registry service. They even saved me $350 on my auto insurance. Thanks for the tip.
Hey, that's funny. They combined my homeowners and car insurance, and they saved me over $250.
Hey, you guys. I've been a customer here for years. They're the best.
They are the best. Why haven't you called Cantiana Insurance yet?
Singing the national anthem. Michael Raposa's grandfather among those down there singing the anthem. We saw Mike and we saw his grandfather down there. Mike Raposa, always one of the great guys to see. Phenomenal basketball player at Anna Maria.
A couple of veterans in that group too. So
yeah.
Continuing to serve our community and thank them for it. The Pittsfield Suns starting lineup. They come in again. Couple percentage points, same record ahead of Worcester, though, in the standings. Chad Shades in center field, Alexander White, the left fielder, Patrick Sullivan hits third, Ivan Nunez, Dylan Faircloth, and Peter Marin in 4 through 6. Thomas Hughes, the shortstop, hits 7th. Taylor Melior is the center fielder, he's hitting 8th, and Vicente Mendoza, the right fielder, hits 9th. Ryan Towell out of Fitchburg State gets the start. For the Bravehearts, and this is a lineup I know that the front office is pretty excited about. John Thrasher leading things off. Chris Rinaldi out of Holy Cross hits 2nd. Michael Delicari hits 3rd out of right field. Mac Chelly's got 5 home runs. The first baseman hits 4th. Jack Gonzales hitting 5th, the DH. Brett Koffel, a leader. He's catching, hitting 6th. Edward Haas, newly acquired from St. Mary's College. Talk about him a little bit later. He's at 3rd base tonight, hitting 7th. Dustin Harris, a hard hitter, is in the 8th spot, and David Dunn, the left fielder, hits 9th. Tyler Pertain, the starter tonight, and Pertain, as Kevin mentioned in the open, one of the top guys in terms of ERA. And we saw him in the season home opener in relief. He pitched great here on television. So he's a bright lights, big city guy in terms of when he's on the hill. So the cameras are out again, and Pertain will be at his best I'm sure. When you look at his numbers, Worcester as a whole, they are the #1 ERA staff by ERA in the Futures Collegiate Baseball League. They've pitched it really well this season.
Tyler Pittain features a fastball, slider, changeup, and a slurve as well. Throws 86 to 88 miles an hour, and J.P. Pine loves his mentality. Says he has a relief pitcher's mentality, that he's aggressive. He goes right at hitters. It's not like he's trying to set them up for the third inning, the second time around the order, the third time around the order. He just goes right at them like a bulldog.
Not sure what's going on here, but the warm-ups have kind of abruptly paused as maybe Koffel's got a equipment issue.
It's the mound. I think
they want some work done on the mound.
Yeah, I think he was saying that it was too muddy. It looked like Pittain was picking stuff out of his cleats and saying that the mound was really muddy.
Those 3 ceremonial first pitches really tore that mound up.
Let's see.
It's going to draw a visit.
There goes J.P. Pine is going to come out. And so he gives him that thing to pick the mud out of the cleats.
There's always some adjustments to be made in the Futures Collegiate Baseball.
J.P. Pine talking to Matt Gedman right now. Rich Gedman's son, one of Rich Gedman's sons, who's the manager here of the Pittsfield Suns.
Youngest son, Mike Gedman, I believe, was older. And of course, Rich and his wife have a daughter who's a tremendous hockey player.
Yeah,
But Matt Gedman was a great baseball player. Well, both of them were good baseball players. Matt was really good. And one of the Gedmans was teammates with Robbie Scott in the minor leagues. May have been Matt. Robbie Scott, a reliever for the Pawtucket Red Sox, and was just up with Boston and called back down to the Paw Sox. But talked to Robbie in the preseason, and he mentioned his close affinity with Rich Gedman because he grew up in the system with one of his sons.
Yeah, Pittain is not happy. If you see him,
yeah,
he's working on the mound right now, but he's not happy. He's not pleased with what's going on out there, so he's going to fix it up a little bit to his liking. Casey Cummins, the pitching coach, also had a quick visit with him, and we want to congratulate Casey and J.P. Pine as well and their wives on both of them having sons. Just last week, Brennan Pine was born and Kyle Cummins was born. So 2 future baseball standouts, I'm sure. And with Casey's backyard rink, I think a hockey standout as well.
A little bit of hockey. Of course, Mom has something to say about that,
That's
too.
true.
So,
a lot to say.
Casey might have him running all over the place, but, you know. Here's Chad Shade leading things off for Pittsfield. Hometown kid playing for the local team.
Pittain coming in with a 2.04 ERA, 4th best in the league. 19 strikeouts in 17 2/3 innings. And he's in there with a strike. That's part of that mentality, that bulldog mentality that he'll bring to the mound. Going right at hitters.
That's it.
And he's ahead, 0-2.
A little something off with the breaking ball. And teammates with Frankie Moscatello, who Bravehearts fans know, one of their all-time aces over a couple of seasons. So comes from the same college as Frankie does.
One of the hardest throwers, Frankie Moscatello. That one's chopped foul in Bravehearts history. Oh, 0-2, the count remains to the leadoff batter, Shade. Bravehearts coming off a 7-game road trip. Well, it was a 7-game road trip, but a couple of them were rained out.
Yeah.
They started the trip 0-2, then there was 2 rainouts, then they won 2 games in a row, and then yesterday's game was rained out. On the ground to short, Chris Rinaldi is there. On to first, Mckenzie makes the catch, and the leadoff batter is retired. Rinaldi has been the best player, according to his manager, J.P. Pine, for the Worcester Bravehearts. Kid out of Holy Cross. And this is Alexander White, the left fielder. The First ball thrown today by Patain. And Patain comes in, they check it at first. 2 balls and no strikes to White. So the thing, if you look at the team averages with hitting and batting, the Bravehearts are right at the top of the league, if not the top in those categories. What's hurt them is the errors. So their focus is the defense. If they can shore that up, they love their team. They love the way that they've been playing. It's just the one Achilles heel has been the fielding.
Yeah, they're right there within a couple of points from the top batting average in the league, and they hit a lot of home runs as well. There's a look at the mound that Tyler Patain's been working at, but number 1 in terms of ERA. Their pitchers have been getting some work done. Now they did bring in House here, Ed House from St. Mary's College. He's at third base tonight and starts at his school. So that's a high division program, and so a little bit of help in that infield, perhaps. And now Dustin Harris moves from third to second. That's more of his natural position.
And he walked him. So the first batter for Pittsfield, White, goes down to first after the walk. And that brings up the first baseman, Patrick Sullivan. Sullivan played at Georgia. Left-handed batter. First lefty of the night, faced by Patain.
Sullivan's hitting .289, a home run and 6 RBI. Out of Georgia, Sandy Springs.
Pete Mckenzie is back too, the kid out of Bancroft and the University of Richmond. They just got him back as well.
Could help shore up the closer duty for this team.
In there for a strike, and the count evens up at 1-1.
Suns, the team, have hit 11 home runs so far this season. The Bravehearts have 16. That's second in the FCBL.
Yeah, it drops off a lot.
Yeah.
After the first 2.
School is out, so the crowd starts to fill in a little bit here on these hot summer nights.
Absolutely.
School finally out in the city and in Central Mass.
And the kids excited about it. They can come to the ballpark. You don't have to worry about getting up early in the morning the next day. Runner goes, and that one's fouled back. Patain's ahead in the count. A ball and 2 strikes.
Bravehearts are doing a time capsule here, I believe, tomorrow night. Do you think, with all like Worcester sports stuff?
Yeah, I saw the shirt.
Yeah.
There was a bunch. The only one I don't know if I saw was the Worcester Wildfire. Remember the great soccer team that was here for a couple of years?
What about the Worcester Kings? They were here for a year.
I don't know if they were there either. But they seem to have almost all of them.
I mean, I think it would be appropriate, and I think maybe one of your shirts, like the brown button-down that you wore for
the brown bomber was great
for like 15 years
You're
on
right.
the air.
I got to bring the brown bomber
it's probably
back.
still in your closet.
Oh, it's still
somewhere.
hanging up. 2 of them. 2 brown bombers.
I
Much
think
like the
one of those
suit.
shirts should go in the time capsule. Kevin Shea.
The brown bomber was outstanding.
Man of the year in high school lacrosse, and his signature brown shirt.
Bomber shirt. The brown bomber's got a lot of run.
I started many years ago. You were wearing it, and when I saw you pull it out last year, I couldn't believe it. It was still around.
Still around. 2 of them. 2 brown bombers are still in the rotation.
I just got rid of a couple of golf shirts we bought in Williamsport, though, many years ago.
On the ground to second, over to first for 1. White moves up to second. So a runner in scoring position with 2 down. Well, it's funny because I was thinking of that getting dressed today, and I had some Hanes underwear, and I thought of the Hanes Riders. With you and I, we had to go shopping. We expected to be down there for a couple days, and we were down there for a couple weeks.
It seemed like it.
So we had to go get some new clothes and some new underwear, and we got the Hanes.
Yeah, we shopped at
the Hanes Riders.
At, where was it? Kmart.
Yeah, it was Kmart.
We were completely outfitted by Kmart for the second half of our trip to cover the Little League World Series.
It was a great run. That was it 2002, the summer of 2002?
It was 2002.
16 years ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You look the same.
No, not at all.
You're no worse for wear, Kev.
Think about those kids. So they were 12 and 13 years old. Oh, hit him. And they're now 28, 29 years old.
And I'm still 33.
Yep, exactly right. So Nunez goes down to first after being hit by the pitch, and now you got something brewing here. Dylan Faircloth, the first baseman for Pittsfield, coming to the plate with 2 on and 2 outs.
And Faircloth is their RBI guy, 16 on the season to lead the team.
He's got a chance here.
Couple home runs.
Let's see. They're putting people back in the dugout. Yeah, some players were sitting outside the dugout, and they're moving some people and equipment back from the field and into the dugout.
There's all kinds of moving parts here in the top of the first.
That one's high and inside.
Good flow so far to it. Huh?
It does.
You and Sean Grady were talking about a 2-hour and 15-minute game. I think you completely jinxed us.
May have jinxed it.
In the pregame.
May have jinxed it, no doubt. 2-0. The count to Faircloth with Alexander White on second and Ivan Nunez on first, top of the first inning. Scoreless from Hanover Insurance Park. Kevin Shea alongside of Andy Lacombe and our entire Charter TV 3 broadcast crew. 2-0 pitch in there for a strike.
He's trying to work the inside part of the plate on these guys, and that one dropped in there. It's a big strike. Don't want to. It's still a hitter's count, but don't want to fall behind 3-0 to Faircloth, a guy who can go deep.
Runners go, and it's fouled back. Is there a shot at it? Shelley's giving chase, and it just gets on the other side of that net.
Little hit and run, it looked like. Matt Gedman put his guys in motion, but you know what? That ball was ever so close to being back in play, and neither of the Suns retreated back. That would have been the end of the inning easily if that one had tailed back inside the net. It didn't, no harm, done.
Nope. So Faircloth facing a 2-2 count right now.
I'm not sure I wouldn't be a little bit on the guys to make your way back to the base if you see Chelly making a move like that.
Long look in for Tyler Patane. Faircloth. 2-2 pitch. On the ground, foul. Past third base. Eddie House. Eddie House making his Bravehearts debut. He played in the Cape Cod League and in the NECBL, so he's played in some great leagues. It's a great get for the Bravehearts.
Gives the team just a little bit extra depth in the infield. And Kevin Hartigan, very high on him. Thinks he can really make an impact.
2-2 pitch coming. On the ground to short. Rinaldi over to first. Oh! Lost it. It's a loose ball, so now the bases are loaded. Let's see, it might have gone through the glove. Mckenzie is going to go get a new glove. I think it broke his glove.
We've seen a lot of different things already.
Yeah, they were just
a new
showing
glove.
It broke the webbing. So
Rinaldi's got a cannon.
Yep.
Went through the web.
So now you got the bases loaded.
This is wild.
For Peter Marin.
Still working on his cleats, his patane. And you know what? I mean, as a pitcher, all that he is, and here comes Cummins. This is a good move. All that's gone on. You know, you're ready, you're focused, you're out there, you get on the mound. That has to throw you off.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's no question about it. You could be anyone maybe other than Chris Sale, and that'll throw you off.
No, you're right.
You know,
you think you're out of the inning, you're excited.
No, but I mean, I'm just talking about the mound. The mound issues right from the get-go.
Yeah, taking chunks. When you can see too, when he lands,
you know, he's just not comfortable.
No,
throwing his pitches.
Taking chunks out.
You know, if you're the guy on the hill, you want to be ultimately comfortable because it's hard enough.
Yeah.
It's hard enough to do what you need to do up there and get these guys out.
So here's Peter Marin, the DH.
And the leading hitter on the team. 353 batting average coming in.
Tough spot to be in. And Patane comes in there with a strike.
Just 10 games for Marin with the Suns. He only has 1 RBI.
He's got a big chance here too with 2 outs. Runners going on the crack of the bat. This one, a slow chopper to third. In fair territory, over to first for the out.
Oof.
Strong throw from Easy Eddie House. And so Pittsfield threatens after a half an inning, though they lead them loaded, and we are scoreless here at Hanover Insurance Park.
If you were injured in a car accident, would you call Joseph J. Cariglia?
Absolutely. The insurance companies have lawyers on their side.
You bet I want Joseph J. Cariglia on mine.
Sure I would. Make one call, let them deal with all the hassles.
It's a smart choice. You don't pay anything unless they win your case.
If I were injured, I'd want all the help I could get, wouldn't you?
Don't stand alone against the big insurance companies. Call the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia.
Local news from Central Massachusetts for Central Massachusetts.
A blocked sewer line caused an overflow of sewage into Lake Quinsigamon Tuesday. A resident told officers their pet peacock has gone missing. An 18-year-old Clinton High School student facing several charges.
Reporters in the field. And an in-depth local forecast. Worcester News tonight on Charter TV3.
Ryan Towell is the pitcher for the Pittsfield Suns, played at Fitchburg State. And Coach Barnaby really happy with what he did this season. He liked him a lot. They actually even talked about maybe trying to get him in here to Worcester, and at the time the roster was just full.
He's the ace of the Fitchburg State staff as a freshman. A low ERA guy in the MASCAC. 5-1, 5-2. Dirk Baker probably saw him once or twice.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
To have something to say.
Yep. Here's John Thrasher. from the University of Hartford. The home plate umpire is barking with the Pittsfield Suns about staying in the dugout. Here's Thrasher from Ridgefield, Connecticut.
Yep.
A lot of stories about that town. Thrasher's got great speed, though. Very fast, and he's been hitting well as of late. Thrasher facing Ryan Towell. And behind on the count, no balls in, 2 strikes.
Safe to say Ridgefield's your favorite town in Connecticut.
Yes, it is. It is. Tom Henderson, Mike Venzel, Galante, all the guys. Wyman. Bunch of great goons. I was texting Hendu to see if he knew the Thrasher family.
Thrasher's a great name, by the way, for an athlete.
Isn't it? Good name for a wrestler.
I mean, I think John, he'd be like a welterweight wrestler. He's a tall, skinny guy.
Hendu does not know Thrasher.
Strikeout for
Swing
Towell.
and a miss. Yeah, Towell starting off strong. Gets the strikeout. And that'll bring up Chris Rinaldi, the shortstop from Holy Cross. 304 average with 1 home run. Misses on the first pitch.
Rinaldi, the Bravehearts' leading hitter. He and Gionis have had a nice summer for here on the home field, both Crusaders. Playing for Coach D here on the hill.
3-0, he's ahead in the count. Best player on this team, according to his manager, J.P. Pine. In all aspects, just so solid and a great guy in the clubhouse as well.
Fooled him a little bit there to Towell. Got the count back to full now.
Good crowd. It's still arriving here as Rinaldi fouls that one back and out of play.
You know, the Bravehearts had just a couple hundred kids on the field, maybe an hour before the game. Scout day, the Boy Scouts, and they were out there doing drills with them. This is an hour. This is when they're normally taking batting practice and things like that. Part of what they do.
Rinaldi, hard shot to short. Thomas Hughes throws over to first, and Sullivan grabs it for the out.
Now stepping up to the plate for the Bravehearts, right fielder from Studio Chico,
Scout day, so they have all these Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts, and they're all out there, and they're running different drills with them. And Bravehearts are busy. It's a hot day.
Yeah, it is a hot day. Delicari, the batter, as J.P. Pine says, you don't have a lot of time to talk about him when he gets in the batter's box because he is very aggressive. He's up there to swing. He's hunting fastballs and looking to do something with it. He's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. He's played in every single game for Worcester this season. He's been their Iron Man. And he's ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes.
Well, he made a pretty good appearance in that first game. Hit a couple balls really hard. He's hitting 295 right now with a couple home runs and 12 RBI.
In there for a strike.
Towell, the one thing he's kind of had to work back in the counts, getting behind batters, and if that's a trend, it'll be good for Worcester.
Upstairs, and Delicari draws the walk. So 1 on with 2 out for Mac Chelly, the league leader in home runs with 5 round trippers and a 261 average. J.P. Pine calls him Sean Casey light. Remember Sean Casey, the mayor?
Yeah.
He said he looks like Sean Casey. He runs like Sean Casey. He even has the same smile as Sean Casey. And he's got the same demeanor. He's just always smiling, always happy. He's a great kid to have around.
Same smile as Sean Casey. I mean, how Pine really studied Sean Casey.
He did. He did. The mayor.
Pine very much a student of the game. Also a student of broadcasting. He's into the media. He knows the broadcast game.
Shelley was at St. Mary's, and then he transferred to Chapman. He's been great for Worcester this season.
Hit that missile in our first game. The power alley. And I don't know if that's the ball. One of the balls, there's something did some work on one of our windshields.
Oh, that's right. We lost a windshield.
I don't know if it was Chelly's home run that did that.
Goldie heard about it. Big swing and a miss. Chelly was looking to put another dent in the windshield with that cut. 1-2 the count now. Yeah. Whoa, look out. Fouled out of play, but man, those line drive foul balls are scary.
Chelly just got through on that one. Keep this at bat alive.
Runner goes. Chelly swings through and misses. And a pretty good inning for Towel. Scoreless after 1.
Little work, a lot of golf, right, guys?
Hey, speaking of work, I've settled a ton of accident cases. Cheap.
Not me. I've got a big case with a big problem.
Come on, you give injured people a little money, they'll go away happy.
They've got a lawyer.
Yeah, who is it?
Joseph J. Cariglia.
I hate those guys.
Don't stand alone against the big insurance companies. Call the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia, where you pay a lawyer only if you collect money.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects that the healthcare industry will gain 5.6 million jobs by 2020. Be well respected and a valuable asset to any healthcare office. At Porter & Chester, you can begin your career in 9 to 12 months as a medical assistant, dental assistant, or even in medical billing and coding. We offer a different kind of educational environment where students learn practical skills in a hands-on setting. Visit us at porterchester.com. Porter & Chester, career training for today's jobs.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Rich.
Took my advice and came to Cantiani Insurance.
It's in a great location with easy parking. They even have free registry service. They even saved me $350 on my auto insurance. Thanks for the tip.
Hey, that's funny. They combined my homeowners and car insurance, and they saved me over $250.
Hey, you guys. I've been a customer here for years. They're the best.
They are the best. Why haven't you called Cantiani Insurance yet?
Welcome back to sun-splashed Hanover Insurance Park as the sun setting. It's still got a ways to go over the Rotman's Furniture Store in left field.
These are the days that, these next couple of days,
yep,
with the heat and the humidity, these are the days that people like my in-laws, oh, you people in Massachusetts have such humidity. This is what they talk about.
It's true. Here's
These
Thomas Hughes.
are the days.
Now, he's an interesting story. His father was a star football and baseball player at BC High. Then he coached, his dad coached baseball at BC. He coached at Virginia Tech. He coached at Oklahoma, and that's where Thomas plays. And then last year was an assistant at Georgia and just got named the head coach at Kansas State.
Wow.
But his dad grew up in Brockton. In Swingtown, was a great quarterback for BC High and led him to a state championship in baseball his senior year. And led that BC program. When he was the head coach of BC, they soared. He really was the one that brought the whole program up. Then he went to Virginia Tech. Boom, that program did so well. Went to the regionals, I think, with Oklahoma. And he has a younger brother who's the starting shortstop at LSU. Missing with that one.
Talented family.
Yeah. I'd like to find those athletic jeans, like if you can just go into the Gap. Are they hanging up on the wall in the
Yeah.
Gap? Yeah, I'll take the athletic jeans,
Yeah.
thank you. Hughes fouls it back.
Those would be better than those Euro tight-fitting ones that you wear. Skinny jeans.
I used to
by
love
Kevin
the Gap.
Shea.
The Gap was my place for jeans years ago. You know, in the era when I first picked up the brown bomber shirts, you could go to the Gap, like it was like $30 for a pair of jeans.
Yep.
Boom, you knew what you were getting. The last time I went to the Gap was probably 6 years ago, 5 years ago, to go for jeans. They were not the same jeans. It was what you said. It was those skinny jeans.
The Gap
it felt
is-
like a wetsuit. I felt like I was putting on a wetsuit.
It's not an athletic cut or a
No,
husky
doesn't
store.
give you any room. And I have
You know?
chicken legs, so if they're tight on me,
It's more like a clubbing
that's true.
young person store now.
Yeah, if those pants are tight on me, God bless. And Hughes just got it right in the wrist with a hand. He's down. Gedman's going to come over and check on him.
Patain's hit a couple guys now here, right? Or a couple guys, well, walked one. And hit one, now he's hit two.
Hughes is going down to first base, and the crowd gives him a nice ovation. JP Pine talks to the home plate umpire, now talks to Patain. And he's looking down at the bullpen. Now he's got 10 pitchers that are rested and ready to go.
And they're moving down there. They're moving. I think
he's calling for him. I think he's calling for Mckenzie Stills. He said that Stills was going to be the first kid in today.
Patain just might have a tweak or something off with him right now.
Yeah, because the trainer Chad's out there right now.
And they're just not going to take any chances.
Yeah, let's see. I think it's Mckenzie Stills. So he's the high school kid. He's going to Vanderbilt. Yep, he's going to Vanderbilt, and he's got electric stuff, according to his manager. We'll see how it plays out here when we come back.
Local sports have a unique way of bringing families together, bringing generations together, bringing neighbors together. In Central Mass, you have families that have been here for years, and you have grandparents that played at a certain high school, and they're watching their grandson or granddaughter play at their same high school. And there's something real special about that. Everyone comes out on a Friday night for football or to support the basketball team or the softball team, and everyone wants to support their team, and everyone feels whether or not they have a son or daughter playing, or even if they don't know anyone on the roster, they come out because they went to school there or they're from that town. And for us to be able to cover that is really unique, really special, and really gratifying.
We'll run into people all the time, whether they're home from college or they're visiting family and they don't live in the area anymore, or they'll say, hey, how's my team doing? How are these guys going to be this year? And so people remember where they came from. They remember their high schools. They remember their playing days. And
if you were from here, you know how unique and how special it is that you can get coverage of your high school and your college.
we have a bond with the community. They appreciate us. We appreciate them. To hear people cheer for you when you show up, because you're just there covering the game. We're not the game, but it's cool.
I've had people tell me that we brought high school sports to a whole new level in Central Mass because of the way we cover high school sports and cover them like they're professional athletes.
All right, Mckenzie Stills is the new pitcher for the Worcester Bravehearts. He's going to Vanderbilt next year and has electric stuff. He throws 90 to 94 with crazy movement, according to JP Pine, and a filthy slider.
Well, you don't go to Vanderbilt unless you have something like that. I mean, especially the pitchers. They've had some greats.
Oh, that's
over
been a
the
pipeline.
years.
It's just a pipeline to Major League Baseball, including our friend Tyler Beatty.
Tyler Beatty, David Price. I know Red Sox fans may not love him, but I mean he's had a heck of a career.
He has.
And had a great college career at Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Now he's playing Fortnite and other things.
I was going to say it's a good thing that Fortnite wasn't around when he was in college.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it was just in television. I think it was a couple steps up from in television.
I think he's a little younger than you,
No,
Kev.
he is. So he had some video games he could play. But maybe just.
Well, you know what it is
not
now? It's not even so much the video games. It's just texting and swiping on your phone.
That's a very good point.
To do like Twitter and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's going to end up with carpal tunnel
That
one
is
of these
true.
days.
It's just a matter of time.
Public service announcement brought to you by Kevin Shea.
By MediRite. Fictitious walk-in clinic.
You get as much ample time as you need if you're Stills to warm up. I mean, he looks like he's ready.
Yeah, and we'll see how he does with the mound, because he's doing the same thing. He's kicking a lot in front of the rubber.
Yeah.
Patain was doing the same thing.
You don't see a lot of deep digging or anything like that. I don't know. I think Patain may just not have been right. And, you know, maybe the traction, I don't know. You don't want to speculate, but Patain's been so good that something may have been just a little bit off today. And with all the pitchers available, not really much reason to stretch him too far. Now they do have a doubleheader against Bristol on Sunday.
But and JP said this now, the doubleheader actually saves you pitchers, because you played 2 7-inning games instead of 9 and a 9 the next day. So instead of 18, you're playing 14 innings.
That's true.
He said, you know, those last 4 innings are what really burns your bullpen and your pitchers. Theoretically, he goes, you should be no more than 4 pitchers for the total for the doubleheader. That one gets to the backstop.
Ideally, but I mean, we just saw a pitching change in the top of the 2nd inning. So
the best laid plans go awry.
Yeah.
When did you first know that something had gone, Ari?
You just never know.
Hughes moves up to 2nd and into scoring position. Taylor Mueller, the catcher. Left-handed bat. Stills brings the fastball high for ball 3. One thing that JP Pine said, they have a lot of kids that are going to be seniors in college on this team. And he loves it. He said, you know, I mean, he goes, I don't have to babysit. These guys are great leaders. They're mature. He said, but it makes a big difference with the high school kids that they get. You know, because these kids help them. They show them the ropes, and, you know, they take the time, and these kids can learn from those veterans. That's a hot shot. Foul. Woo. A lot of young kids down there, and it just didn't rip over the top, buzz the tower on a couple. But the count goes full. Stills battling back. Count was 3-0.
Yeah, battling back with the fastball. First one, Mueller really wanted, and the second one he just had to fight off. Got a taste of the speed.
Here's the payoff pitch, and he walked him. So there's 2 on and nobody out here in the top of the 2nd inning. Scoreless game. Vicente Mendoza, the right fielder, and the number 9 hitter up for Pittsfield.
Comes in hitting 162. Does have 10 walks, though. He's got a keen eye at the plate.
Worcester would love a double play ball here. And Stills comes in with a strike. Fastball.
Oh.
That one gets away. The runners will advance. So you got 2nd and 3rd now. Unusual to see that with Brett Koffel behind the plate. Koffel handles this staff so efficiently.
One of those things, if you don't see a pitcher all that much, Stills, this is just his second appearance.
He certainly brings it. The velocity of that ball coming in. The catcher, forget, the batter doesn't have a lot of time to react. Well, neither does the catcher. Koffel just got that one. That was a high fastball out of the zone. 2-1, big swing and a miss. Count evens up at 2-2. Pitch coming from Mckenzie Stills, on in relief here in the top of the second. On the ground to short, and a run will score, and a short hop at first, so everyone's safe, and Pittsfield has a 1-0 lead. And again, it's the fielding woes that have haunted the Bravehearts this season, and they continue to plague Worcester here tonight.
Now to give that error to Rinaldi on the throw. Second error of the game, both involving the shortstop and first baseman.
Yeah, and we've had two
relatively
pass balls or
routine
wild
plays.
pitches, however you score
Yeah.
that. So 4.
That's true. The pass balls moved the runner
there was
up.
2.
They
They
would not have
moved him to
scored
second
there.
and then to third.
Yeah.
So it's,
It's one reason the ERA is still a pretty good
That's a good
number, but
point.
it doesn't tell an entire story because of the fielding issues.
Chad Shea, this is the top of the order for Pittsfield. Broken bat to Rinaldi at short, on to second for 1, over to first, not in time.
Well, an important first out, but now runners at the corners. You still have the double play alive. Shade got down the line really quickly. Brings up Alexander White.
And Mueller moves up to third, the catcher.
White walked in the first, was stranded at third.
Runners at the corners, 1 run already in this inning. Slow chopper in front of the mound. Stills goes to first for 1. The run scores. It's 2-0 Pittsfield. And I think Matt Gedman will take that trade.
Absolutely. That ball not hit hard. Nothing hit hard.
No.
Here, in fact, these runs without the benefit of a hit yet.
And now it's Patrick Sullivan, the first baseman, the number 3 hitter. Grounded out to second in the first inning. He's got an RBI opportunity here. With Shade at second.
Shade moves well, so anything in the outfield probably scores him. Licari's got a pretty good arm out there on right, though.
Shade dancing around out there, trying to throw Stills off a little bit. Gedman's got a strong beard, the manager down there at third base. It's on days like this, I would think it would be hard. It's going to test your willpower. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2, of whether you just say, forget it, shave it.
Yeah.
It's so hot and humid, and it's going to be that way for the next 3 days.
You shave a beard, it changes you, though, Kev.
You know that.
You really have to. I mean, your face takes a beating.
Have you ever had a heavy beard in the summer?
No,
because you usually go in the winter. It's the fall.
I went until April 1 year.
That's right.
And got rid of it.
That was strong because it starts when, in October?
November.
November.
That was a decent
so that was
beard.
a good stretch.
But in the summer, never more than a week or when I'm on vacation.
Right.
So. It's a real commitment. Sometimes it's more difficult to maintain the beard than it is to shave every day.
You have the oil. You have to trim it.
Oh, that one gets
that
away.
one almost Gets away too. Koffel gets it in time.
To the
It's
near
a
side
walk for Sullivan.
Shade makes a read on that. Because it was the short side to third base, he doesn't try to go. He may, if he had a good jump, may have gotten there.
Here's Ivan Nunez, the cleanup hitter. Nunez was hit by a pitch in the first inning. That first inning, Pittsfield left them loaded. And they've already got 2 in here in the second inning. And again, they've done all of this without the benefit of a hit. They got 2 on right now and 2 outs for Nunez. 2-0 Pittsfield. There's a chopper to third. House on the run. Over to first. Pittsfield gets on the board first after 1.5. It's 2-0 Suns.
Local sports have a unique way of bringing families together, bringing generations together, bringing neighbors together. In Central Mass, you have families that have been here for years, and you have grandparents that played at a certain high school, and they're watching their grandson or granddaughter play at their same high school. And there's something real special about that. Everyone comes out on a Friday night for football or to support the basketball team or the softball team, and everyone wants to support their team, and everyone feels whether or not they have a son or daughter playing, or even if they don't know anyone on the roster, they come out because they went to school there or they're from that town. And for us to be able to cover that is really unique, really special, and really gratifying.
We'll run into people all the time, whether they're home from college or they're visiting family and they don't live in the area anymore, or they'll say, hey, how's my team doing? How are these guys going to be this year? And so people remember where they came from. They remember their high schools. They remember their playing days. And
if you were from here, you know how unique and how special it is that you can get coverage of your high school and your college.
we have a bond with the community. They appreciate us. We appreciate them. To hear people cheer for you when you show up, because you're just there covering the game. We're not the game, but it's cool.
I've had people tell me that we brought high school sports to a whole new level in Central Mass because of the way we cover high school sports and cover them like they're professional athletes.
Welcome back. 2-0 Pittsfield Suns after an inning and a half. And again, still no hits on the board for either team. Slow-moving game here.
And, you know, it's relatively unusual.
Eastern Standard Time.
Relatively unusual. The Futures League games usually have a pretty good flow to them. This one just a little bit odd start. It happens. It's baseball. Anything can happen.
Here's Jack Gonzales. Now, they just got him too recently because he was at Stetson, and he rips one into right field. Gonzales is a beast. I interviewed him the other day. He is a big kid. They were playing a game. Actually, it was at Pittsfield, and the first base umpire said to the Worcester first baseman, he just looks like he's a really good baseball player.
If you're the first baseman, what do you say? Hey, man, what am I?
Yeah, I guess you say, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Cheers,
great.
mate.
I mean, when people come up to me all the time and they say, hey, Kevin, I'm like, yeah, whatever.
That's great.
Hey, Kev.
Oh, that's great.
Kev, what do you know about Andy Lacombe? Oh, he's a beast.
Yep. He just looks like a good broadcaster.
I do my own promoting out there as you.
He just looks like a good broadcaster if you see him in person.
Kid's a beast.
Here's Brett Koffel, the catcher, 286 average with 3 home runs out of St. Leo's. When he's hot, he can carry the offense. They'd love a shot here, and they get one. So Koffel stings one through the left side, and the first 2 batters are aboard for Worcester. Here's the easy Eddie House, making his Bravehearts debut. Great way to ingratiate yourself with the fans. Come up with a big hit here.
You've already given him a nickname.
That's true.
How'd you already give him
I don't know.
Easy Eddie House?
I don't know. I think there was a Red Sox player years ago, Eddie House.
I think it was a Celtics player, actually. There was one?
You're correct.
You're a big NBA guy.
You are correct.
Out of Arizona State, Eddie House, a three-point specialist.
He was a heck of a player. So this Eddie House is kind of a Swiss Army knife for him, can play any position. An LA kid. His brother, a big JUCO recruit, junior college player, and UConn is one of the teams that's heavily recruiting his brother. And the Bravehearts just happened to be talking to UConn and said, yeah, we're looking for an infielder. And they said, well, we're recruiting this kid and his brother is looking for a place to play. Why don't you call him? So it worked out great.
One of these innings, especially in these situations with his first and second, I'd love to get a camera shot of just where J.P. Pine is.
Oh, it is great, isn't it? In there for a strike. So House strikes out in his first at bat. And that brings up Dustin Harris, the second baseman. Harris, a left-handed batter.
They really like Harris. They really like the way he swings the bat. You know, one Bravehearts staffer told me he didn't think there was an out in the lineup tonight. It's going to take a little time.
Alexander White settles under it, makes the catch, and now quickly 2 away. Here's David Dunn, a left fielder. Played at Northwestern. Still plays at Northwestern, actually just played this year and was off to a great start with Northwestern. 375 average, then he got hurt, and then he redshirted. So a good spot for Dunn right now. J.P. Pine said he runs like an Olympic athlete. He's got such tremendous speed. I hope could put some pressure on the defense here. You got Gonzales at second and Koffel at first. 2 outs. David Dunn, the left fielder. 2-0 count. He'll be sitting on something that he likes. Misses outside, so it's 3-0. To Dunn, and he walked him on 4 pitches, and the top of the order is coming up. Bases loaded now for John Thrasher. 2 outs, bases loaded. Great spot here for Worcester to tie it up. If Thrasher can put something into the outfield, you're looking at the potential for 2 runs coming in a tie ball game. Thrasher struck out swinging in the first. And that ball misses.
Well, you'd love to get something when you start out the inning with 2 hits. Love to be able to answer it back.
In there for a strike.
Powell's been tough painting the outside edge. The breaking ball getting righties to chase. Fitchburg State freshman. Rising sophomore for the Falcons, right? Of Fitchburg State.
Yep, that's right. Thrasher takes ball 2. 2-1 to Thrasher. Sun is almost down. It's still got a little space left, but the lights are on here. Thrasher fouls that one off his foot. 2-2.
Still, as a hitter, you've got to open your eyes up to anything. Pitcher's got a couple pitches they can make right now, but 2-2, you get to 3-2, you hold that ball a little tighter. The base is loaded.
Here's the 2-2 pitch coming to Thrasher, and he takes the ball, so now the runners will be in motion.
And he's gotten guys to chase that one in the inning plus that he's worked so far. Big ball here.
Thrasher out of the University of Hartford, Jeff Bagwell's alma mater. Thrasher down the left field line, diving stop at third by Faircloth. Throw across the diamond, not going to get him. 1 run scores, Gonzales comes in, Worcester's on the board, it's a 2-1 game.
That's got to be a hit down the line too.
Yeah.
Nice job by the third baseman to make a bid, Faircloth, but.
Well, he saves a run. Faircloth definitely saves a run. Because if that gets by him, Koffel would score too. Here's Chris Rinaldi. Base is still loaded for Worcester with 2 outs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. It's a 2-1 game now.
Great position for your leading hitter to be in.
Big cut from Rinaldi.
I got it. Like I said, you got it.
Rinaldi grounded out to the shortstop in the 1st inning. In the air, foul down the right field line. 1-2 the count. You got Koffel on 3rd, Dunn on 2nd, and Thrasher on 1st.
Another great thing about this league, Kev, is you got Fitchburg State on the hill, Holy Cross at the plate, D3, D1. Get a chance to see just where you stack up.
Here's Rinaldi to the gap in left center, and this is going to bring home a couple. 1 run scores, 2, and it's going to be a bases clearing RBI double for Chris Rinaldi. 3 RBIs, and the Bravehearts have taken the lead. It is 4-2 Worcester.
Well, advantage D1 in that situation. Ahead in the count, and Rinaldi just gets 2. Sal just throws it a little too much over the plate, and Rinaldi makes him pay for it. That one ran a long way. Good speed on the bases. They all came around, and the clap returns to Worcester.
Well, that's huge. That's a big 2-out rally. All 4 runs coming across with 2 outs in this inning. Here's Mike Delicari. He walked in the 1st. Worcester on top, 4-2. 4 runs here in the bottom of the 2nd. On the ground to 2nd. Nunez fields and fires to 1st. An eventful inning for Worcester. They get 4, and they lead it after 2, 4-2.
If you feel like you're getting knocked around by the big insurance company, call the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia. Whether it's a car accident, slip and fall, or dog bite, don't sign anything from the insurance company until you've talked to a lawyer. Hiring a lawyer can double or even triple the initial settlement offer. Don't stand alone against the big insurance companies. Let the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia fight for you.
You love working on cars. From classics to high performance, you're happiest when you're under the hood. Turn your passion into a rewarding career as an automotive technician. At Porter & Chester Institute, you'll get hands-on training on engines from bumper to bumper using industry-standard tools and diagnostic equipment. You'll be prepared with the skills you need and industry tools you can take with you to start your new career. Visit us at porterchester.com. Porter & Chester, career training for today's jobs.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Rich.
Took my advice and came to Cantiani Insurance.
It's in a great location with easy parking. They even have free registry service. They even saved me $350 on my auto insurance. Thanks for the tip.
Hey, that's funny. They combined my homeowners and car insurance, and they saved me over $250.
Hey, you guys. I've been a customer here for years. They're the best.
They are the best. Why haven't you called Cantiani Insurance yet?
Welcome back, everyone, from Hanover Insurance Park at Fitton Field on the campus of Holy Cross in Worcester, Massachusetts. FCBL baseball, the Bravehearts and the Pittsfield Suns. Worcester putting up a 4 spot in the bottom of the second.
I'm a little nervous,
and they have a 4-2 lead.
That sounded like Jamie Reynolds counting us back.
It is.
The last time I did a game and Jamie Reynolds directed it, it didn't go well for me.
You hurled.
I threw up. It was a Holy Cross broadcast. I was filling in that setup. I don't think it was either I couldn't talk to Jamie. Yeah, Jamie could talk to me, but I couldn't talk back to him. So I went silent for a while. Jamie wondered why.
Were you hurling into a towel, or someone gave you
threw
a
up
towel?
on my feet.
A nice grab at first by Chelly, and the leadoff batter is retired.
No word of lie here. It took me several years to get over that. Every time
I remember that. I remember that. There was the next 2 years at least. You would battle it every time you did a game.
Every time.
You would have that stomach. It would start getting in your head, and you thought, I'm going to do it. I'm going to hurl.
And now Jamie's back, and he's bringing back those memories.
I'm going to tell you right now, there is an ice cream cone in it for Jamie if you hurl on TV. Because you know that I will not be able to speak. I will be laughing so hard.
Mean, I
some
don't know
people
why you
get
revel
grossed
in
out
that.
by hurl,
Yeah.
and some people, I revel in it. I do. I will roll laughing. I just remember when you're getting your head about it, and you would have to.
Oh my goodness.
Kind of calm yourself down and talk yourself down, and it was hysterical. But it was at least 2 years.
Yeah, I mean,
you would have that
I
feeling every single time.
Yeah, I had my own kind of like self-therapy to myself. It happens.
Yeah, well, I'd walk in the office. You'd be there Indian style. Is it namaste? Namaste.
No, I wouldn't be doing yoga, but someday maybe.
Some breathing exercises.
Yeah.
Fouled. Mckenzie
nice
Stills.
catch.
The crowd liked it. They're appreciating that grab.
It's a good grab. That's a Leominster guy making that grab. That might be Coach Barnaby, actually.
It could be.
We won't zoom in. He coaches the. Well, Barnaby's brother, right, coaches the Leominster high school team.
Yep.
And then
of course, they were both great athletes at Leominster.
Yeah, so there's 2 Barnabys, or a couple Barnabys.
Yeah, you're right. And then the pitcher Gallagher from Leominster just committed to UConn. You saw him against St. Peter Marion.
I did.
You covered that game against St. Peter Marion, the district semis.
I did. Wish him the best down there. He's a battler. Ed Riley said he's a big game pitcher. He said he told him that after the game that St. Peter's beat him. But he is. He's a big time guy. And you imagine Gallagher. He follows in the footsteps of one of the all-time greats down at
Neil O'Connor.
Leominster, Neil O'Connor.
Marin singles up the middle. That's the first hit of the ball game for the Pittsfield Suns. And he was just named preseason All-American in football at UNH. Yeah. Neil O'Connor.
And I think he just beat St. John's again.
One of the great lines ever. Actually, he's an assistant coach at St. John's who delivered it, but said that Neil O'Connor would be a first ballot Hall of Famer to St. John's because he never lost to them. He was phenomenal in high school. Boy, was that kid a good athlete and just a tough competitor.
tough competitor. And he's been the same way at UNH. Hughes takes a strike, a ball and a strike to Thomas Hughes. Documented his baseball family. His father, the longtime coach, coached at Oklahoma. That's where Hughes plays right now. His brother plays at LSU. His father played football and baseball at Davidson.
The things you can accomplish, Kev, when you're on vacation.
Get a little look in, see what's going on. One BC High alum described his dad as an animal when he was at BC High.
An animal?
Animal. He said, oh, he was an absolute animal. Led them to the state championship in baseball, was a real good football player, quarterback. So the kids certainly have that competitive spirit. Throw down to second.
Walk.
Got him, but it's a walk, I believe, so it's academic. Yeah, it's academic because Hughes walked, but that's a nice throw from Koffel. So now you got runners on first and second. New life for Peter Marin. One out. Taylor Mueller. Mueller walked and scored the second run for Pittsfield last inning. He's got an RBI opportunity here with Marin on second. Hughes on first. The heat lamps are on.
Yeah, they keep.
It's got to be a rookie. It's got to be a rookie move.
Keep coming on and off.
Yeah, it's a rookie move. You don't want to put those things on until you absolutely have to. It's going to cook you. You're going to feel like it's one of those buckets of fries. That's a nifty thing. Is that charter issued you got over there?
No, this is my my own device.
It's a nice device to have.
This is not supported by anyone else. Other than this was a gift from my wife. So thanks to Liz.
Liz has excellent taste because that's a nice gift.
Yeah, I mean I made sure it was on sale.
That's great. But that's fantastic. For all of the games we do.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
I use it at our Holy Cross games, and I used it a lot when I was filling in for Holy Cross basketball on radio.
During the time where the incident happened.
Well, no, it was actually, that was,
the hurl.
It was after.
Oh. You heard what happened.
It was many years ago, and it was a game, Holy Cross, I think in Colgate, and the women's team just crushed Colgate, okay? Sometime late in the second half, I have the incident. It's all over me. Right?
Was it late? It was late in the game,
late
though, right?
In the game. I made it through it, and I've been telling you and Dave Bulldog all day that I haven't been feeling well.
I remember it.
And you go, yeah. So it happens. One of Milan Brown was the men's coach. One of his assistant coaches got me some towels, and I continued. I finished the game.
Yeah, you're a gamer.
I'm a gamer.
You played through.
I leave it all on the floor.
Yep.
And I did that day.
You're right.
But
no, some others would have retired and just ended the broadcast.
Right. That hit him.
Oh, wow. That's going to bring a run in.
Wait a second.
Oh, no, he's saying that he was crowding the plate and he never moved.
All right.
That's what he's saying. His elbow was hanging over there and he never moved.
Gives me
you know, and it's probably what JP Pine was talking to the home plate umpire after one of those hit by pitches. I think it was when Hughes got hit in the hand. And I think that's what he was saying. That's Alex Dion. See over there on the left side of our screen? The hitting coach. He's a former two-time All-Star at Westboro.
Yes.
Then he coached the Northborough Legion, and he coaches the Milford High School baseball team now. See, See, that one's inside too.
Yeah, that was
so
close.
now you have that kind of gamesmanship of, hey, the inside is my part of the plate, and then the batter kind of leaning over, trying to push those balls out a little bit. And Stills, the youngster.
He is a young-looking guy,
Yeah,
huh?
he is.
Stills. Oh, to
In
be
there
young.
for a strike.
Anyway, really quick. I finished the game. Bill Gibbons comes over and does like a 10-minute post game. I mean, it reeked where we were standing. He didn't even notice.
He didn't
I asked
play.
him one question, tried to get out. He asked himself a question after that and continued on.
That's great.
And it was tough.
That is great.
Yeah, that was tough. I never did another fill-in video internet broadcast with Jamie again. That was my one chance.
That was it?
That was it.
But
I
you
did
radio.
radio.
You did radio games. Okay.
Yeah, I did radio. Now that was years later, and that was different.
Oh, okay. That's a strikeout for Stills, and a big one too, with the bases loaded and 1 out. So now you got 2 outs and the bases loaded in the top of the order coming up.
So
I thought that was a radio broadcast.
No, that was a that was a straight internet, and the camera was off me. Yeah, they did, because I looked like 3 sheets of white at that point. But yeah, that's one of those things, Kev.
And it stayed with
when you see a broadcaster and he's having trouble, or he or she's having trouble talking, and you say, "Oh, they just threw up all over themselves," I actually did.
That's a very good
throw
point.
up all over myself.
In this day and age now, with Twitter and the social media, you could have actually.
I've mentioned it in every class I teach.
Tweeted it out.
I'm
in
not
the
proud
air,
of
the
it.
center. Thrasher makes the catch, and Pittsfield threatens, but they do not score. They leave him loaded. Stills coming up big, and it's 4-2 Worcester.
If you were injured in a car accident, would you call Joseph J. Cariglia?
Absolutely. The insurance companies have lawyers on their side.
You bet I want Joseph J. Cariglia on mine.
Sure I would. Make one call, let them deal with all the hassles.
It's a smart choice. You don't pay anything unless they win your case.
If I were injured, I'd want all the help I could get. Wouldn't you?
Don't stand alone against the big insurance companies. Call the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia.
Local news from Central Massachusetts for Central Massachusetts.
A blocked sewer line caused an overflow of sewage into Lake Quinsigamon Tuesday. A resident told officers their pet peacock has gone missing. An 18-year-old Clinton High School student facing several charges.
Reporters in the field. And an in-depth local forecast. Worcester News tonight on Charter TV3.
Welcome back, everyone. Hanover Insurance Park. Kevin Shea and Andy Lacombe, thank you for tuning in for this broadcast of Worcester Bravehearts baseball. The Bravehearts in front of Pittsfield 4-2 as we enter the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Ryan Towell, the kid from Fitchburg State, was moving along nicely and then got touched up for 4 runs last inning, all with 2 outs.
And Pittsfield does have a couple guys up as a result now. They have a few guys warming or stretching, one guy warming.
Worcester almost batted around last inning. They sent 8 men to the plate. Mac Chelly leads it off, the cleanup hitter. Chelly rips one foul.
There haven't been a lot of hard hit balls in this game, but certainly the one by Rinaldi, a couple of the singles, and then that foul ball is probably right up in the top 5. Haven't really been anything hit hard by the Suns.
Chelly calls for time and steps out. Now the sun has disappeared behind the horizon. Big swing and a miss. 1-2 the count now.
It's a good pitch from Towell. You know, Chelly's sitting dead red and took the fastball down the line. Yeah, you get him to
Swing
chase
and a
that
miss.
slider.
Yeah, that's a beautiful
good
pitch
stuff.
from Towle. And they'll have to throw it down to first to make it official. Well, it shows you the competitive spirit, too. You know, a kid like Towle, you talked about the beauty of this league is you get all divisions, 1, 2, and 3 playing, and kid gives up a couple runs with 2 outs and comes right back to lead off the next inning with a strikeout on the cleanup hitter, the guy who leads the league in home runs. That's a good job of pitching.
Yeah, and look at some of the guys that have been around the top of the leaderboard in terms of hitting the last couple of years. You know, that guy from Nichols College played up at Nashua, D3. Benicki hit well here, the Clark guy. A couple guys out of Franklin Pierce, D2.
That's right.
So, you know, you really get to measure up a little bit.
Cogshell when he was here from
Cogshell,
Assumption.
D2.
Yeah.
And now Franklin Pierce, he finished at Franklin Pierce.
Yeah, he did. Here's Jack Gonzales from Stetson University. So J.P. Pine, the head coach at Stetson, used to be the head coach or the manager at University of Maine, and J.P. was on his staff. So he knows them, and that's how they talked about some players, and he goes down looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Towle.
I don't know if you get a look at this one. That's one of those pitches. It's on the edge. It's one of those pitches that the first 2 innings took an hour and 10 minutes to play. It becomes a strike.
Yeah, you're right. Here we go. We'll get a look at it here.
Let's see. From up here, it looked, I mean, that's out, but it's close.
And you're right, in a long game, a game that starts off very long.
I do not fault the home plate
No,
for that
not at all.
To be clear.
You're saying, nope.
That's too close to take.
Yeah, this is the way it goes.
It's a ball, but too close to take.
In the air to right field. Mendoza retreats a couple steps, makes the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Towle.
Little work, a lot of golf, right, guys?
Hey, speaking of work, I've settled a ton of accident cases. Cheap.
Not me. I've got a big case with a big problem.
Come on, you give injured people a little money, they'll go away happy.
They've got a lawyer.
Yeah, who is it?
Joseph J. Cariglia.
I hate those guys.
Don't stand alone against the big insurance companies. Call the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia, where you pay a lawyer only if you collect money.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects that the healthcare industry will gain 5.6 million jobs by 2020. Be well respected and a valuable asset to any healthcare office. At Porter & Chester, you can begin your career in 9 to 12 months as a medical assistant, dental assistant, or even in medical billing and coding. We offer a different kind of educational environment where students learn practical skills in a hands-on setting. Visit us at porterchester.com. Porter & Chester, career training for today's jobs.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Rich.
Took my advice and came to Cantiani Insurance.
It's in a great location with easy parking. They even have free registry service. They even saved me $350 on my auto insurance. Thanks for the tip.
Hey, that's funny. They combined my homeowners and car insurance, and they saved me over $250.
Hey, you guys. I've been a customer here for years. They're the best.
They are the best. Why haven't you called Cantiani Insurance yet?
Welcome back, everyone. Mckenzie Stills on for his 3rd inning of work, actually 4th inning of work. He came on in the 2nd inning. It is his 3rd inning of work. He's been sharp. And he will face the number 2 hitter in the lineup, Alexander White, the left fielder, to lead it off here in the top of the 4th. 4-2 Worcester in front. Back to Stills, on to first. Leadoff batter retired after 1 pitch. Economical.
You know, entitled maybe to a quick inning.
Yeah.
Now batting for first baseman from the University of Georgia, number 38.
I mean, at least 6 Suns have reached the plate in every inning so far. So a 1-2-3er would be nice. We learned here in between inning, or maybe an inning and a half ago, that we're not on Facebook Live this time. We were for the opener, but the guys, they have their own Facebook crew and they do a great job.
Yeah.
Here with the Bravehearts. That was your one time. That was your one shot.
Oh, that's right.
On Facebook.
Facebook Live.
How do you feel now that you've had a couple weeks to let it sink in? How do you feel you did? Did you make an
I've
impact?
already forgotten. I've already forgotten.
Well done.
So I would
it was
say,
that good.
I would say it's good.
It was that
good. It is
good.
better when we're not on Facebook Live, just because when you're on Facebook Live at the commercial breaks, the mics are open and you hear everything you say, and people come in here to visit us and they talk to us, and you just don't want, if someone's just talking to you in conversation, you don't want that going out over Facebook Live. 2 down. Here's Ivan Nunez.
Now batting second baseman from Southeastern University, number 39, Ivan Nunez.
Chopper down the third baseline, foul.
See Kevin Duty there, number 23, activated. He's gonna be back.
He's
at some
one
point.
Of the favorites for J.P. Pine, Massachusetts kid. Plays at UMaine, fast kid. That'll be good too. That's a good shot in the arm.
Yeah,
helps the team.
Good speed, leadoff type guy. I suppose you could hit him in any part of the order. Remember last year they all gave him a hard time, but you accentuated a little bit the extra base hit drought that he was on.
That's right.
He had a ton of hits, but they were all singles.
That's right. They were giving him a hard time for that.
And we asked him about it. He goes, "Oh, you had to ask me about it." Good character, good personality.
One and two the count. Check swing. They check it with the first base umpire. He did not go, so the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mckenzie Stills going to Vanderbilt, the hard thrower, 90 to 94 miles an hour with electric stuff. That one drops out. The bottom drops out of that one.
Not that one there, but I wouldn't be opposed to the home plate umpire expanding his strike zone on the outside half for righties now as well. A couple have been
if you look
in range.
Look at where the Pittsfield batters are standing, and Nunez is right on the line. The inside of the batter's box, his toes are right on that white chalk. So he's leaning out over the plate. And that's a ball. So Nunez draws the walk, a 2-out walk.
Now that would certainly bother me as a pitcher. You want to command that inside part of the plate. You're going to hit some guys, and Patain hit a couple in his inning plus of work. But another thing too, you've got a natural high schooler here, taking on guys that are a little bit older, and even though it's his second appearance, it's still an adjustment. Even though he's going to a high-level school and has the stuff to be very successful there, it's still kind of that first taste.
Here's Dylan Faircloth, the first baseman. Reached on an error in the first and was retired on a grounder to first in the third. He's behind on the count, no balls and 2 strikes.
Now I probably would have drilled 2 or 3 people already by now, but that's just command, and it wouldn't have hurt
lack
them.
thereof.
It wouldn't have hurt. It wouldn't have hurt any of them. So none of them would have been upset about it. It'd been like a mosquito bite.
The 0-2 pitch. Nice stop from Koffel as he backhanded that one. The runner was going, and Nunez picks up second, gets into scoring position with a stolen base. And Gedman's, you know, he's looking too at this and saying, okay, Stills is 0-2. He's ahead in the count. He's going to try to throw something here, probably out of the strike zone. Get him to try to fish for it. I'll send my guy.
Yeah, no chance for Koffel. Strong arm, but no shot there.
Chopper to third. Snared by House. And over to first.
Local sports have a unique way of bringing families together, bringing generations together, bringing neighbors together. In Central Mass, you have families that have been here for years, and you have grandparents that played at a certain high school, and they're watching their grandson or granddaughter play at their same high school. And there's something real special about that. Everyone comes out on a Friday night for football or to support the basketball team or the softball team, and everyone wants to support their team, and everyone feels whether or not they have a son or daughter playing, or even if they don't know anyone on the roster, they come out because they went to school there or they're from that town. And for us to be able to cover that is really unique, really special, and really gratifying.
We'll run into people all the time, whether they're home from college or they're visiting family and they don't live in the area anymore, or they'll say, hey, how's my team doing? How are these guys going to be this year? And so people remember where they came from. They remember their high schools. They remember their playing days. And
if you were from here, you know how unique and how special it is that you can get coverage of your high school and your college.
We have a bond with the community. They appreciate us. We appreciate them. To hear people cheer for you when you show up, because you're just there covering the game. We're not the game, but it's cool.
I've had people tell me that we brought high school sports to a whole new level in Central Mass because of the way we cover high school sports and cover them like they're professional athletes.
It is 4-2 Worcester Bravehearts. Bottom of the fourth inning. New pitcher for the Pittsfield Suns. And he will face Eddie House, Dustin Harris, and David Dunn.
New wing, Kev. New wing, kids say.
Yep. A flat brim on display.
Give me a second here, Kev. I'll, Jonathan Marchia, there it is. A couple of games, 1-0 ERA. A 1-0 with a 2.45 ERA. He's out of St. Joseph, Maine. He's a Chicopee, Mass kid. Great kielbasa in Chicopee, Holyoke.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Blue Seal, I think it's called. Kielbasa.
I love kielbasa.
You'd like that?
And especially now, like, you know, cookout barbecue season. Barbecue some kielbasa.
Now, he's a sophomore at St. Joseph, Maine, but he adds to our youthful-looking pitchers that we've had here.
You've been known to barbecue some kielbasa and put a little barbecue sauce on it.
Yeah.
That's good eats.
Yep.
That is good
Still
eats.
waiting to see if you'd be joining us for the 4th to see if that comes out this year.
Yes.
4th of July barbecue at Charter TV 3.
One of the great traditions.
Well, we've taken it away.
Yep.
We've taken it away a little bit because the eaters.
No, the eaters are
have
gone.
left.
Yeah, that's true.
People that really appreciated the barbecue.
That's right.
Have departed or aren't working on said holiday.
House takes ball one.
I can't make a whole bunch of food.
No, and have it
only
go to
be
waste.
the one to
No.
eat it.
You have people saying, "Where's the salad?"
Yeah.
I've had 2 big gulps of air.
I
I'm kind of full.
I bring salad. I used to bring salad. Now listen,
you did.
we had Kristen Carosa.
Oh, remember Liz's salad with
yeah.
the Doritos in it.
Oh, that was one that the Kristen Carosas, who used to work with us, wouldn't eat. But
no,
we had some health conscious individuals. But
I love the Dorito salad. Anything with Doritos is good.
Dorito salad, yeah.
Cam Jandro.
Doritos aren't the main ingredient in the salad, just in case you're watching at home and wondering.
It's a bowl of Doritos with a couple pieces of lettuce.
It's essentially a
That would be
taco
great.
salad, but it has Doritos in it.
Yeah, it's great.
Pretty good.
Cam Jandro's mom makes a Dorito chicken, a Dorito crusted chicken.
Wow.
He said it's fantastic. On the ground to first, Sullivan flips to Marcia. Leadoff batter is retired. Here's Dustin Harris. Dustin's brother Dylan signed with the Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah. Just within the last week. A hitter, a real hitter was Dylan Harris. And
Yeah.
Dustin, like his brother, can hit.
He had 4 hits against Brockton on Monday. Slices that one foul.
Bravehearts are home here tomorrow night. And then a doubleheader in Bristol on Sunday when the heat index in Central Mass is supposed to be 110.
That's fierce. Oh, he got that one. Ropes it to right, but right at Mendoza. And there are 2 away.
18 years, still haven't been invited to the Kevin Shea pool.
That's right. We got to get you over there this
18
weekend.
years. Heat index. Well, I mean,
Producer, director.
What did he give you? A
Sean
pogo stick?
Grady using
They still
language
have
that a
those?
bald eagle would never use.
Well, see, I can see why you don't invite Grady. Like, Grady's one of those guys like pool in a pond. Pond would be good for Grady. But, you know, I mean, I've taken pool covers off of pools.
That's right, you have.
Hey, can you help me put the pool cover on the pool?
That's right.
Like, Shay, I didn't even know you opened it this year.
Didn't even know you had a pool.
Oh.
Yep, we got to get you over, Grady over. There's a strikeout, a 1-2-3 inning for Marcia. And after 4.5, it's 4-2 Worcester.
If you feel like you're getting knocked around by the big insurance company, call the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia. Whether it's a car accident, slip and fall, or dog bite, don't sign anything from the insurance company until you've talked to a lawyer. Hiring a lawyer can double or even triple the initial settlement offer. Don't stand alone against the big insurance companies. Let the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia fight for you.
You love working on cars. From classics to high performance, you're happiest when you're under the hood. Turn your passion into a rewarding career as an automotive technician. At Porter & Chester Institute, you'll get hands-on training on engines from bumper to bumper, using industry-standard tools and diagnostic equipment. You'll be prepared with the skills you need and industry tools you can take with you to start your new career. Visit us at porterchester.com. Porter & Chester, career training for today's jobs.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Rich.
Took my advice and came to Cantiana Insurance.
It's in a great location with easy parking. They even have free registry service. They even saved me $350 on my auto insurance. Thanks for the tip.
Hey, that's funny. They combined my homeowners and car insurance, and they saved me over $250.
Hey, you guys. I've been a customer here for years. They're the best.
They are the best. Why haven't you called Cantiana Insurance yet?
Well, the Worcester Bravehearts have always led the league in attendance since they broke into the FCBL 5 years ago. Another great crowd on hand here tonight. Friday night, you got fireworks after the game. They've been giving out those fluorescent green hats. You see them littered throughout the ballpark. The majority of the crowd here has them. It's a nice play by Stills.
You know, you see more and more Bravehearts hats.
Yep.
Around the area. I was lucky enough to scoop ice cream last Saturday at the Big Dipper Ice Cream, and I was scooping with a gentleman. He had his Bravehearts hat on.
Really?
Yeah.
One of the fluorescent ones?
I think it was one of the more regulation ones.
Oh, okay.
But you see it more and more. Of course, the Bravehearts were there. They were part of that as well.
And they are great partners in the community. Do a phenomenal job. on the ground to short. Rinaldi over to first, and the first two batters are retired quickly here.
So the Bravehearts have gone 1, 2, 3 their last 2 times up. They have not retired Pittsfield in order yet.
That could change right here, right now. How much ice cream do you think you scooped during your time? Because you worked overtime too. You went longer than they
scooped.
the
I
allotted
scooped
time.
a fair amount of ice cream.
But you didn't eat any of it.
I didn't have a single ounce.
There were some other
of it.
celebrity scoopers that chose to really indulge, we heard.
Yes. Yes. I won't say his name, but he's a former lieutenant governor. He had some ice cream. But he's in great shape, so he can do that.
He's playing men's league hockey.
Yeah. But he may have had more than he scooped. No,
Rinaldi on the
out.
run. Got him. A 1-2-3 inning for Worcester.
If you were injured in a car accident, would you call Joseph J. Cariglia?
Absolutely. The insurance companies have lawyers on their side. You bet I want Joseph J. Cariglia on mine.
Sure I would. Make one call, let them deal with all the hassles.
It's a smart choice. You don't pay anything unless they win your case.
If I were injured, I'd want all the help I could get. Wouldn't you?
Don't stand alone against the big insurance companies. Call the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia.
Local news from Central Massachusetts for Central Massachusetts.
A blocked sewer line caused an overflow of sewage into Lake Quinsigamon Tuesday. A resident told officers their pet peacock has gone missing. An 18-year-old Clinton High School student facing several charges.
Reporters in the field. And an in-depth local forecast. Worcester News tonight on Charter TV3.
Chris Rinaldi knows this infield. He plays his college ball here at Holy Cross. It's a nice play.
He loves the chop house. Took care of business there. You know what? He plays shortstop like Sam Bolduck does in the Marlboro Little League.
Sam is a very versatile player, too. Can play a ton of positions.
Yep.
But shortstop is the favorite.
He's the third man in the broadcast booth tonight. He's our statistician. Every now and then he'll pop by, Sam, right, and give us a little note on what he thinks is going on.
His analysis has been right on so far. Sam might want to get in front of the camera.
Yeah.
You know, when he gets older, his dad's behind the camera, doing some of the work behind the scenes. Sam may jump in front of the camera.
Sam, do you think you'll be swimming on Sunday? So, Kevin has never invited me to his pool. Now, I have been invited to your pool. I've never swum in your pool, but your dad, by the way, has never invited me to your pool. Your mom did. But if the water's warm, I may show up.
A coalition of males against Lacombe.
Yeah.
Swimming.
It may just look like a bear jumps into your pool. That's what it'll look like. But
Sam won't mind it.
It'll be all right.
Won't mind it at all. John Thrasher leading it off for Worcester here in the bottom of the fifth. Would you play Marco Polo with Andy in the pool? Sam says yes. He nods yes. Okay. Thrasher had an RBI in the second inning. Scored the fourth run of that inning as well. All the scoring has been done in the second inning by both teams in this game. Bottom of the fifth now, 4-2. Worcester in front. The Bravehearts with 4 hits, 4 runs, and 2 errors. And the Suns, there's a hot shot, gets through the left side. And the leadoff batter, John Thrasher, is aboard. they scored a hit, but
yeah.
let's see, Faircloth is looking. He was looking there to see.
I'd be looking if I was Faircloth,
yeah,
too.
he was. He was looking at the scoreboard.
He's a great ball player, no question about it. That was kind of an Olay attempt at third base.
So here's Rinaldi. He made that great play in the field to end the last half inning. He had the bases clearing double in the second with 2 outs. Brought in 3 runs. Huge hit from Rinaldi. Oh, ooh, it's a good move as Thrasher dives back at first. Thrasher has great speed. Thrasher and Dunn, J.P. Pine said Thrasher and Dunn could probably play the outfield, just the 2 of them, and cover all the ground needed. He said they're both that fast. Throw back over to first, and Thrasher dives back. Marchia on for his second inning of work for Pittsfield.
Did you see they brought Foal back?
I saw Foal walking the beat here.
Foal's in the third base dugout.
I didn't know where he was.
Foal's like a, he's like a pitcher that comes in, gives up about 8 runs, and they're like, we got to get him back in the game. And he has to come back the next night. That's our Foal.
Always good to have Foal on the crew. Rinaldi draws the walk, so now you got 2 on and nobody out for Delicari. He walked and grounded out in his 2 previous at-bats.
Who's in center field?
I don't know. Delicari's a 295 hitter with 2 home runs.
Tough assignment tonight. Once you get into mosquito season.
And we are deep in it right now. I don't know who we have. Is it Bush?
No. We got,
that
one gets
off
away.
the shin pads of the catcher. And everybody moves up. Thrasher goes to third. Rinaldi goes to second. 2 in scoring position now for Delicari. And I think they probably just got maybe crossed up on the signs. Delicari from SUNY Oswego. The 1-0 pitch coming in there for a strike. Even a ground ball to the right side should score a run here. The infield's back. This is in the air to shallow left.
Oh, this will be close.
Faircloth's coming on. Here comes Thrasher, the throw, and Thrasher's going to beat it. A sacrifice fly for Delicari, scoring Thrasher, an insurance run for Worcester. It's 5-2.
Good speed at third, needed to be a perfect throw. It wasn't. And a little insurance here in the 5th. This clap song is pretty catchy. They started it last year.
Here's Mac Shelley.
I'll go home tonight and I'll just be going na 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 na.
Walking around your house doing the clap.
Yeah. Well, I won't be clapping. I'll just be humming the song.
And the pitch gets away. Rinaldi moves up to third. He's 90 feet away from another Worcester run.
Suns aren't helping themselves in many ways with. Oh. Wow. Thanks.
Ooh,
some
outstanding. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, the Creedence just rolling out the red carpet. Check it, Sam. They could be real hot. Here's a line shot into left field. And that will score Rinaldi. 6-2 Worcester, an RBI single for Chelly.
That's an important hit for Chelly, who was 0 for 2 with a couple of Ks. Chelly sitting on that fastball on the outside edge, rips it in the left.
Here's Jack Gonzales, the designated hitter.
Haven't posted the second run. Am I wrong? It's 6-2, right?
Yeah, it is 6-2.
Okay.
They have not posted that run. There it goes. Now it's up there. Jacob deGrom from the Mets played at Stetson. Corey Kluber from the Indians played at Stetson, two of the most famous Stetson baseball alums.
You used to put Stetson on.
That's true.
The cologne.
Stetson cologne and wear a Stetson hat.
Yep.
I never got into the cologne.
No?
No, I told you my roommate Phil Copeless was all world with the cologne.
And
8 sprays every morning, 8 sprays. And the last one was just sprayed in the air and then he would walk through it. But the first 7 were designated, like, you know, the wrist, the neck, like he was.
They were scripted.
Yeah. And then the last one was
plays.
boom, in the air and then you'd walk through it. Or he would walk through it.
Yep.
But no, in high school I never did. I mean, I'm sure I probably should have. Maybe it would have made me smell better. Maybe have a few more friends. I don't know.
You had plenty of friends, but most of them smelled funny too. I'm sure.
Maybe we were all like Pigpen from the Peanuts.
The land of misfit toys.
Yeah, exactly. Did you wear cologne in high school
No.
or college?
No. Well, in college, rarely.
Gonzales swing and a miss, and he strikes out. Actually, I say 1 year. I'm trying to think if it was. Yeah, it was in college. One summer, we all bought Bay rum. Remember that? Like the barber would give you Bay rum at the end of the. Like they'd cut your hair.
Yeah.
Our barber would, and they'd put like Bay rum on your neck.
No, that never happened to me because I grew up in the 90s, but I mean, in the 80s too. But
that's great.
But yeah, you bought Bay rum.
Bay rum. So we all
I don't
bought
think
Bay
that
rum,
existed when I
and
could
we would
buy
wear
things.
Bay rum. But you literally just smelled like a barber shop. Like
Yeah.
that was, I mean, certainly wasn't a great
Yeah.
call by us.
No.
But we enjoyed it.
I had something. I forget what it was. It was in a clear bottle. And I wore it like once or twice.
I remember Copeless loved Drakkar. That was big when I was in college.
that was big when I was in high school, and even my roommate in college had that.
He rocked the Drakkar.
Yeah.
Cope did.
He was from Long Island.
He rocked the Drakkar.
Yeah, he rocked that.
And this one swung and fouled back and out of play. Whoa. Polo, I think when I was in high school, polo was a big cologne that kids would wear.
It was Aqua di Gio. That's the kind I had.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who makes that. The only reason I knew what it was is because one time I wore it, and a girl or a woman knew it. She knew the
Really?
scent. Yeah,
By
one
the
of
scent?
my classmates at Syracuse knew it, and she was from Romania.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this was an international cologne.
International. She knew the cologne.
Yeah, this was just not in the small pockets of the
Said,
U.S.
You're wearing Aqua Gio. I'm like, okay, take your word for it.
Yes, you're right. That one's into the barbecue area there. Cleared out. That tent was packed when you and I were walking through there to get ready to do the open. This is another thing that the Credence do so well here is, of course, they have the great catering business, and they do all the food here at the ballpark, which is phenomenal. And the people can come there and they get the groups, and they get to come there and they eat under the tent, and it's a great take-in.
Sebastian Grzeski was there.
Yeah.
With Mike Raposa, but Grzeski is like a great ambassador of Shepherd Hill Athletics. He's telling us He's announcing that Raposa is the best college
true.
basketball player in Central Mass, which he might be. In
I
fact, he was
agree.
my pick
last
year in the WACPA ballot.
That's right. And he got at least 2 votes. You and I both voted for him, the Larry Bird of Central Mass.
So, and he talks up Lindstrom and McEwen at Michigan.
That's right.
Guys that they all went to school with. Here comes Getty. Young Ged.
Eddie House is going to be the batter, and you're going to get a new pitcher.
Let's take a break, Kevin.
Yep, we'll take a break and be back with a new pitcher. The Bravehearts threatening. They've already put up 2 more in this inning.
Little work, a lot of golf, right, guys?
Hey, speaking of work, I've settled a ton of accident cases. Cheap.
Not me. I've got a big case with a big problem.
Come on, you give injured people a little money, they'll go away happy.
They've got a lawyer.
Yeah, who is it?
Joseph J. Cariglia.
I hate those guys.
Don't stand alone against the big insurance companies. Call the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia, where you pay a lawyer only if you collect money.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects that the healthcare industry will gain 5.6 million jobs by 2020. Be well respected and a valuable asset to any healthcare office. At Porter & Chester, you can begin your career in 9 to 12 months as a medical assistant, dental assistant, or even in medical billing and coding. We offer a different kind of educational environment where students learn practical skills in a hands-on setting. Visit us at porterchester.com. Porter & Chester, career training for today's jobs.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Rich.
Took my advice and came to Cantiani Insurance.
It's in a great location with easy parking. They even have free registry service. They even saved me $350 on my auto insurance. Thanks for the tip.
Hey, that's funny. They combined my homeowners and car insurance, and they saved me over $250.
Hey, you guys. I've been a customer here for years. They're the best.
They are the best. Why haven't you called Cantiani Insurance yet?
Welcome back. New pitcher for the Pittsfield Suns, their 3rd of the night. Tyler Briggs out of Franklin, Connecticut, UConn.
Briggs, the big kid. Comes on to a situation here where there are 2 on and 2 outs. Bravehearts putting up 2 insurance runs in this inning to go up 6-2. Kids are up dancing, loving this music. Eddie House. Here they go, the players are dancing too. Some good moves out there. That's smooth.
Yep.
Pittsfield was dancing in their dugout too. You got to enjoy yourself. You got to enjoy yourself.
Trying to get the Bulldogs to eat some of my
baseball
chicken
game.
here. What
Now,
about or fries? Sam had a chicken tender.
Sam,
You want a fry, Sam?
have some fries.
Have
Sam,
some fries.
at the very least.
Have some fries.
So this is Ed House.
Dave,
Eddie
these
House.
are small. Here, have one of these. Huh? Get some protein, Dave.
Well, you've been walking the beat. You're up and down the ladder. You're in center field. You're all over.
Sam will get me. Sam got him to get one.
Good. There we go. Runner goes, and he is safe. Good aggressive base running by Mac Shelley.
Shelley's a big guy.
Sneaking
so,
into third.
You know, being able to get down there. It's a big dude. Showing some pretty good wheels. Be a good spot for House's first hit as a Braveheart.
Runners at the corners. 2 outs. And that one's inside. 2 balls and no strikes to House. Grounded out to first in the 4th inning and struck out in the 2nd. he gets into this one. Deep shot to left field, a one-hopper off the wall. That'll score Chelly. Here comes Koffel. He's being waved home as well. We're going to have a play at the plate. Koffel's safe. And House winds up on second with 2 RBIs. It is 8-2 Worcester.
There you go. The bullpen's into it. Well, it took about an inning for the Bravehearts bats to come alive, and they have really come alive. Eddie House to the gap. One hops the wall. First hit as a Braveheart, St. Mary's College guy.
Now the 8th hitter of the inning, Dustin Harris, stands in with House on second. Harris stings one down the line. Fair ball. Fair ball, so House is going to come in to score. It's in the bullpen area, rattling around in there. It's an RBI double for Dustin Harris.
It's the second time the Bravehearts have put 8 men to the plate in an inning.
9-2 Worcester.
And they have made good each time. 4 runs in the second and now 5 in the 5th.
Matt Gedman now checking it. I think probably saying, is it ground ruled? I mean, it's kind of academic because he stopped at second. Or maybe he's saying, was it fair?
Yeah.
That's a big shot, though. Harris turns on, and again, it's the 2-out magic. You know, Worcester scored 4 runs in the second, all with 2 outs. A couple big runs here with 2 outs. Some clutch hitting from Worcester. Here's David Dunn, the left fielder.
Timely stuff, and the Bravehearts have made things difficult on the bullpen of the Suns.
J.P. Pine, I think one of the things he does so well, he's a great communicator with his players, and you have so many guys on the roster and everyone wants to play, but he really manipulates that roster well. Everyone gets a chance, and everyone's contributing tonight for Worcester. It's 9-2 Bravehearts.
Little work, a lot of golf, right, guys?
Hey, speaking of work, I've settled a ton of accident cases, cheap.
Not me. I've got a big case with a big problem.
Come on, you give injured people a little money, they'll go away happy.
They've got a lawyer.
Yeah, who is it?
Joseph J. Cariglia.
I hate those guys.
Don't stand alone against the big insurance companies. Call the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia, where you pay a lawyer only if you collect money.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects that the healthcare industry will gain 5.6 million jobs by 2020. Be well respected and a valuable asset to any healthcare office. At Porter & Chester, you can begin your career in 9 to 12 months as a medical assistant, dental assistant, or even in medical billing and coding. We offer a different kind of educational environment where students learn practical skills in a hands-on setting. Visit us at porterchester.com. Porter & Chester, career training for today's jobs.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Rich. Took my advice and came to Cantiana Insurance. It's in a great location with easy parking. They even have free registry service. They even saved me $350 on my auto insurance. Thanks for the tip.
Hey, that's funny. They combined my homeowners and car insurance, and they saved me over $250.
Hey, you guys. I've been a customer here for years. They're the best.
They are the best. Why haven't you called Cantiana Insurance yet?
Welcome back, everyone. Another big inning for the Worcester Bravehearts. 5 runs in the 5th. It is 9-2 Worcester. And Stills is still out there. Mckenzie Stills came on in the 2nd inning.
Well, easily his longest and best outing as a member of the Bravehearts.
And, you know, you have a situation where your starter may have been injured, Tyler Patain, and goes out early. And you're thinking probably, hey, we could end up burning through 4 or 5 pitchers in this game very easily. And Stills comes on, Mckenzie Stills, and he just settles everything right down. Peterman's got the rally coat. I love it. Right out of the Don Cherry collection with the plaid. Nothing better. Bravehearts have come alive again, looking for their third win in a row. Let's see what he's cooking up, because he's going to be cooking up something. Peterman's going out.
You know, that jacket.
He's going into the crowd.
That jacket, you said it's like a Don Cherry jacket. Those are the jackets that the pro golfers get after they win down at somewhere. It's like this. It's like a Scottish tartan type jacket. Yeah, it's the one after the Masters with the Lighthouse in South Carolina. I'm blanking. Could be the Heritage.
Look at what he's doing here. He's talking about being on TV. And that's a strikeout for Stills. Peterman's talking to the folks down there about being on TV. Good leadoff batter retired via the strikeout.
You people are now on television.
Yep.
That's what he just said. In those words.
Here's Chad Shade, the leadoff batter.
Right here. I'm going to sit down. Look at. I'm going to sit right here.
He is outstanding. Dave Peterman. He's the best.
He's moving over a little bit. Maybe he'll try every seat.
He's just lounging. You can see him in our shot. There he is right there with the great plaid jacket. He's just enjoying himself. You and he, I've noticed, have the dark socks.
Yeah, it's a
young man's look.
Oh, yeah, I have, yeah. Oh, you know.
Or is that the, it used to be that you'd see that with like the French at the beach when they were on vacation.
Well, I found out I'm not really French.
No, not at all. It was a hoax for years.
Another K. Found out I could do one of those commercials.
Yes, you could. For years, I was told that I was French. We did the DNA, and you're Viking. Majority Viking, right?
Well, majority Irish.
Okay.
I figure I'm Celt/Viking. I'm a warrior.
That's a great mix. Yep. It's a fantastic mix. This one's in there for a strike, too.
I wouldn't be good at either of those positions, but I'd be like the mildest of Celts and Vikings. I don't think we should actually do this. We should probably just hold back.
You could cook, though, for the Celts and the Vikings.
Yeah.
Phenomenal cook. This one to second base. Dustin Harris makes the play. A 1-2-3 inning for Mckenzie Stills. It is 9-2 Bravehearts.
Local sports have a unique way of bringing families together, bringing generations together, bringing neighbors together. In Central Mass, you have families that have been here for years, and you have grandparents that played at a certain high school, and they're watching their grandson or granddaughter play at their same high school. And there's something real special about that. Everyone comes out on a Friday night for football or to support the basketball team or the softball team, and everyone wants to support their team, and everyone feels whether or not they have a son or daughter playing, or even if they don't know anyone on the roster, they come out because they went to school there or they're from that town. And for us to be able to cover that is really unique, really special, and really gratifying.
We'll run into people all the time, whether they're home from college or they're visiting family and they don't live in the area anymore, or they'll say, hey, how's my team doing? How are these guys going to be this year? And so people remember where they came from. They remember their high schools. They remember their playing days. And
if you were from here, you know how unique and how special it is that you can get coverage of your high school and your college.
We have a bond with the community. They appreciate us. We appreciate them. To hear people cheer for you when you show up, because you're just there covering the game. We're not the game, but it's cool.
I've had people tell me that we brought high school sports to a whole new level in Central Mass because of the way we cover high school sports and cover them like they're professional athletes.
Welcome back, everyone. You see the shot from the center field camera. Great crowd on hand tonight. Some of them have cleared out a little bit, but phenomenal crowd. 9:09. And we are here.
Just three guys having fun in the booth.
Bottom of the 6th inning.
Having some chicken and some fries.
Sam Bolduck's with us, the third member of our broadcast crew. Stand out in the Marlboro Little Leagues. Thank God he looks like his mom. Sam does well in school, too. Here's John Thrasher. As Worcester sent 9 men to the plate last inning, Thrasher led off. He singled and scored a run, the 5th run of the game, so he leads it off again the next inning here in the 6th. Nine to 2, Bravehearts in front. They trailed at one point, 2-0 in the top of the 2nd. They answered with 4 in the bottom of the 2nd. They have never looked back past the diving effort of Faircloth at 3rd. Into left field and a leadoff single for John Thrasher.
That was a better effort by Faircloth, no doubt. Hard hit ball by Thrasher for another hit.
Thrasher's having a night. He's 3 for 4 with an RBI and 2 runs scored.
Talking about Stills, he's retired 9 out of 10. 2 back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. Got stronger as the game went on. Wonder if we'll see him come out in the 7th.
He's an impressive young arm, that's for sure. You know, and in terms of, you know, J.P. Pine and dealing with that bullpen, you have a lot of pitchers down there, and it's kind of almost the uncertain because you want to get guys work, and there'll be guys that haven't pitched in 10 days, week and a half, and you're thinking, okay, do I bring them in now? But what happens if tomorrow we need them and it's a game where, you know, a doubleheader and maybe you use a lot of pitchers, or that's Sunday, but maybe tomorrow's one of those games where you use 3 out of the bullpen. So it's kind of a tightrope act that you do as a manager. You want to get guys work. As JP said, you know, if you win the championship, but a guy only gets 14 at bats or a guy only pitches 4 innings, it's not a good experience for him.
They're having
So
a
he
blast
tries to
out
balance
there,
it.
not pitching. The guys that aren't throwing right now are just having an enjoyable day.
Which is great.
There's a ton of them out there.
And it's such a long season, and it really is a grind. I mean, they're here at the ballpark at 11 o'clock in the morning, 10:30 in the morning, every day for a 7 o'clock game. They'll be hitting in the cages. That one's down the line. Beautiful stop. Long throw across the diamond. Not in time. And it's an infield single for Rinaldi. Rinaldi's having a great night as well, as Rinaldi is 2 for 3 with 3 RBI and a run. So the first 2 men aboard for Worcester here in the bottom of the 6th.
We're talking about the 4th time the order's come up already.
And it's only the bottom of the 6th inning. This is a big night. On the ground to first. The only play is at first for Sullivan. So Delicari's retired, and Thrasher moves up to 3rd. Rinaldi moves up to 2nd. So 2 in scoring position for Mac Chelly. Chelly had an RBI single last inning and scored a run as well. Missed ball 1.
Slight mistake here. It's a 3-run home run.
Yep.
Hit the ball hard his last at bat.
The Worcester Bats have really enjoyed Channel 3 this year. They had that 9-run inning in the opener, the home opener.
Yep. You remembered that.
I did remember that.
Wow.
Some other details, not so much. 3-0 the count to Chelly, the cleanup hitter. Jack Gonzales is on deck. in there for a strike.
Well, this is a good position for Chelly. Sees one, see it, drive it.
Let's see, 3-1. Ooh. Hot shot to first. Oh, he caught it in the air. Now the throw to second gets away. And here comes a run. Thrasher will score. It's 10-2 Worcester. Well, let's see, they're going to challenge if he caught that in the air.
Well, they're not going to get video replay from us, Kev.
That's right.
Not in the FCBL.
Look at that, it's a missile. Yeah, it looks like he catches
great
that
grab.
one clean in the air. And then the throw to second, he's looking for an inning-ending double play.
Tried to lead his shortstop, just tough throw to make. Probably better off just hanging on to that one.
Here's Jack Gonzales with Rinaldi on second. Gonzales looking for his first hit of the night. Scored the first run of the game for Worcester. Gonzales drives one into center field. That will get down. Rinaldi coming in to score. RBI single for Jack Gonzales. It is 11-2 Worcester. And the beat goes on.
There's the clap going in the luxury box now.
Where is the? Oh yeah.
The luxury boxes.
So here's Brett Koffel, the catcher. Koffel walked and scored a run last inning.
We've done games that have been wrapping up about now.
Yeah. This one.
We're only in the bottom of the sixth here.
It's got a little bit more to go.
Could be a tight sportscast tonight at 10.
Ooh, very tight. In the air to center field. Shade goes over. The Bravehearts get two more after 6 complete. It is 11-2 Worcester in front.
If you feel like you're getting knocked around by the big insurance company, call the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia. Whether it's a car accident, slip and fall, or dog bite, don't sign anything from the insurance company until you've talked to a lawyer. Hiring a lawyer can double or even triple the initial settlement offer. Don't stand alone against the big insurance companies. Let the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia fight for you.
You love working on cars. From classics to high performance, you're happiest when you're under the hood. Turn your passion into a rewarding career as an automotive technician. At Porter & Chester Institute, you'll get hands-on training on engines from bumper to bumper, using industry-standard tools and diagnostic equipment. You'll be prepared with the skills you need and industry tools you can take with you to start your new career. Visit us at porterchester.com. Porter & Chester, career training for today's jobs.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Rich. Took my advice and came to Cantiana Insurance. It's in a great location with easy parking. They even have free registry service. They even saved me $350 on my auto insurance. Thanks for the tip.
Hey, that's funny. They combined my homeowners and car insurance, and they saved me over $250.
Hey, you guys. I've been a customer here for years. They're the best.
They are the best. Why haven't you called Cantiana Insurance yet?
Welcome back. Stills out there in the 7th. Having a heck of a performance. On in relief of the starter, Tyler Patane. Stills came on in the 2nd inning. He's retired 9 of his last 10. 11 of his last or actually 12 of his last 13 if you go back to the third inning.
And the Bravehearts just had to put Pat Gallagher, the great pitcher from St. Peter Marion, on the disabled list with an elbow issue. He was pitching very well for Worcester. So this is a great outing for Stills and for the entire staff. Now you're going into 3 games in 2 days after this, you know, still with a pretty full complement of pitchers.
It's only the 7th, Kev. Don't.
That's a good point.
Get
Don't
ahead of
jinx it.
yourself. Bravehearts do have action in their bullpen. Still haven't gotten the answer on who's in our center field camera. There's our action down
in the pen.
In the pen.
Oh, Joe Cortez is in center field. Outstanding.
I know we have the
former Nipmuc standout.
We have the Golden Greek above us. Joe, don't call me Pascalis. Don't call me Pascalis.
That's right.
Pascalis. Evan is in the Bravehearts dugout. Fall down in the Suns dugout.
Third base side, full. At first, Patrick Sullivan at the plate. Actually, it's Ivan Nunez. And this one, a shot to the gap in left center. It will get down. A single for Nunez. Sullivan moves up to second. First 2 men aboard for Pittsfield.
Well, Stills might be getting to the end of his rope, but with an 11-2 lead, there's a little bit more flexibility for J.P. Pine.
Yeah, Casey Cummins just went down to the bullpen, jogged down to the bullpen. Cummins and Pine both just running on fumes with the recent additions to their families. And almost a double play, but the throw gets away. And let's see, now they're going to have people in a rundown. Strong throw to third. And they get a double play out of the inning, and that was because Sullivan was not looking. He just wasn't either wasn't paying attention to where the ball was or the third base coach.
Well, he was kind of trapped. He made the decision not to go, but the runner at first was 3/4 of the way to second. So he was in trouble.
Yep.
That's tough. You know, earlier in the game, I talked about that foul ball where they didn't go back. They didn't even make the effort to retreat back. That's a base running snafu that hurts them there.
Yeah. Double play. That's a big double play.
That's huge.
So now you can
possibly get Stills out of the 7th.
That'd be big.
Bring someone in to finish the game in the 8th and the 9th.
Here's Marin. Slow chopper. Stills fields it himself. What a great athletic play.
There's some
from
swagger
Mckenzie Stills. Great defense.
Swagger.
Bravehearts by 9.
Little work, a lot of golf, right, guys?
Hey, speaking of work, I've settled a ton of accident cases. Cheap.
Not me. I've got a big case with a big problem.
Come on, you give injured people a little money, they'll go away happy.
They've got a lawyer.
Yeah, who is it?
Joseph J. Cariglia.
I hate those guys.
Don't stand alone against the big insurance companies. Call the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia, where you pay a lawyer only if you collect money.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects that the healthcare industry will gain 5.6 million jobs by 2020. Be well respected and a valuable asset to any healthcare office. At Porter & Chester, you can begin your career in 9 to 12 months as a medical assistant, dental assistant, or even in medical billing and coding. We offer a different kind of educational environment where students learn practical skills in a hands-on setting. Visit us at porterchester.com. Porter & Chester, career training for today's jobs.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Rich.
Took my advice and came to Cantiana Insurance.
It's in a great location with easy parking. They even have free registry service. They even saved me $350 on my auto insurance. Thanks for the tip.
Hey, that's funny. They combined my homeowners and car insurance, and they saved me over $250.
Hey, you guys. I've been a customer here for years. They're the best.
They are the best. Why haven't you called Cantiani Insurance yet?
Here's Stills showing just great athleticism. Look at that. Fields it over to first, and that ends it. And it looked like J.P. Pine, when he came off, J.P. shook his hand, said, that's it. You did a great job. He pointed to the bullpen, so they knew we'll see a new pitcher in the 8th inning. Amy's running replay for us tonight.
Yeah, great job by Amy on the
Phenomenal.
replay machine tonight. It's a good thing she's in there because Jamie, I mean, I don't know how we've made it. I don't know how I've made it this many innings without getting sick.
It's true, and then there would be a real problem.
Oh. He survived so far. New pitcher for the Pittsfield Suns.
He will face Eddie House here in the bottom of the 7th.
It's Jordy Mora out of Felician College, sophomore.
Where is Felician College?
Well, I can look that up for you, Kev, on my little machine here. He's a New Jersey native. Is Jordy.
Yeah, let's see where that is. I've never heard of it.
Well, let's check it out.
Run by the Felician brothers.
Felician, they got a pizza joint on 35th Street.
He's a left-hander. Eddie House will lead it off for Worcester. House came up with a big 2 RBI single last inning, actually in the 5th inning.
All right, Felician College. I'll give you multiple choice, Kev. It's either in Western Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Ohio.
Uh-huh.
Or New Jersey.
I'm going to say New Jersey.
It is in Rutherford, New Jersey.
Because he is, where the Giants play. East Rutherford, where the Giants play.
Also a location in Lodi, New Jersey.
What is it?
Lodi, L-O-D-I.
What is Lodi?
They have a location there as well.
Oh.
Visit them at those 2 locations, Kev. Felician University, the Franciscan University of New Jersey.
The Franciscan brothers.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
The Franciscan Order.
It's true. Phenomenal.
So my dad was named after Francis of Assisi.
Ah.
St. Francis. Although there were 2 Francises.
Francis of Xavier, right?
Francis Xavier, Francis Assisi. Maybe he was Francis. I don't know. I'll have to check, but
we'll have to ask which one he was.
Not sure which one founded the order.
Could be of some debate.
I mean, we're here at Holy Cross
Catholic Church.
I went to a Dominican college, Providence College. So.
That one gets away. So Eddie House ahead in the count. 3 balls and no strikes here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Whoa, he hit him. He's got a real smooth delivery. It doesn't even look like he's throwing hard. It's like the pro golfers where it's just so smooth and all of a sudden, oh, that was 350 yards, that drive. And it looks like they hardly swung. It's a real smooth delivery. St. Francis of Assisi.
Founded the Franciscans.
He did. So that's who your dad was named after.
Yeah. All this because our pitcher goes to Felician University, the Franciscan College of New Jersey.
in Rutherford, New Jersey.
Now accepting applications for the fall. They should be a sponsor right now.
They should.
After that little read-up we just did.
Yeah. Nice little nugget on him. He's not happy right now.
The pitcher or the young fan? Okay.
No,
I don't know if you heard the young fan.
I did hear the young fan.
Coming through our Nats mic.
Yeah. He might have wanted a few more things here at the ballpark. 11-2, fireworks Friday. Fireworks after the game tonight. Whoops, he hit him.
Ooh.
So two have been hit by pitch here, back to back, and both the first and second batter are aboard.
Certainly not a very Franciscan thing to do.
No. And I do not think that was on purpose.
No.
It's just,
it just
I
kind
think
of
he was looking for it to turn over, and it never turned over.
It just kind of floated away from him there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not happy, though. He's using some words I believe that St. Francis of Assisi never used.
No. It's going to bring Gedman. This might be it.
Yeah, it could be.
I mean, I don't know if he's going to say he's hurt.
Yeah, he's not happy.
He just hands the ball over. Did he get pulled or did he pull himself?
I don't know. I don't know if it was an injury. Chad came out. The trainer came out. He's going to go over and take a look to see if he's okay. He doesn't want to give fives to anyone on his team. Oh, there's some things going on in there now.
Yep.
At Foal.
Watch out, Foal. Watch out, Foal.
Foal's going to see maybe a water cooler go.
Might see Foal become the bouncer down there.
Yep.
That's why we put our big dude down there.
The beef. We'll take a timeout and be back with more from Hanover Insurance Park. You're watching exclusive coverage of Worcester Bravehearts baseball on Charter TV3.
Local sports have a unique way of bringing families together, bringing generations together, bringing neighbors together. In Central Mass, you have families that have been here for years, and you have grandparents that played at a certain high school, and they're watching their grandson or granddaughter play at their same high school. And there's something real special about that. Everyone comes out on a Friday night for football or to support the basketball team or the softball team, and everyone wants to support their team, and everyone feels whether or not they have a son or daughter playing, or even if they don't know anyone on the roster, they come out because they went to school there or they're from that town. And for us to be able to cover that is really unique, really special, and really gratifying.
We'll run into people all the time, whether they're home from college or they're visiting family and they don't live in the area anymore, or they'll say, hey, how's my team doing? How are these guys going to be this year? And so people remember where they came from. They remember their high schools. They remember their playing days. And
if you were from here, you know how unique and how special it is that you can get coverage of your high school and your college.
We have a bond with the community. They appreciate us. We appreciate them. To hear people cheer for you when you show up, because you're just there covering the game. We're not the game, but it's cool.
I've had people tell me that we brought high school sports to a whole new level in Central Mass because of the way we cover high school sports and cover them like they're professional athletes.
(11-2) over the Pittsfield Suns. And we are in the bottom of the 7th inning. Pittsfield with a new pitcher on. Couple more, we'll be ready to go. It's Brett Morrison out of Hadley, Massachusetts, goes to Fairfield University.
Great corn in Hadley, Kev.
The butter and sugar?
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Whatever you want.
I love that corn.
When the Hadley corn comes out, you know it's summertime.
Wasn't our old intern Ted, who played basketball at
South
Worcester State? Yeah, he was South Hadley.
Ted.
South Hadley's great lacrosse. I think they're the Tigers, or the orange and black.
Something like that.
Ted was a great character. That's great. Hadley and the corn. I had my first corn on the cob of the season last week.
Wow.
Little sugar in the water, little milk in the water when you boil it. Yeah.
Sugar in the water?
Sugar in the water when you boil it. Oh, it's so sweet. I'm telling you, folks, try it at home. A little sugar and a little milk.
Where'd you get that from?
Chef.
A chef?
Yeah, I forget. It's Katie's uncle. One of the dailies. One of the dailies who's a chef. He was the one that said put a little sugar in it. And well, the sugar I'd heard. I'd never heard of the milk.
I think I'd heard the milk, but not the sugar.
See, I hadn't heard the milk. I'd heard the sugar. It's great, though. It's so sweet. Little butter, and that's all I did is butter. When I was a young kid, I used to salt heavily.
Yeah, that's the one thing my mom put salt on is corn on the cob. We were very sparing with the salt growing up.
Yeah, you were.
And flavor, for that matter.
That's great. That is not right, Mrs. Lacombe. That is not right at all.
I think she's in Western Mass.
All
I
right,
think she can
she
see
was
this.
looking after your health early on.
Dad would have to report back to her if he's watching.
Yep.
But he knows I'm right.
See, and my grandfather, who was from Norway, used a ton of salt. I mean, a ton. And now that we found out that you have Viking blood in you,
well, see, now
I think you can go heavy with the salt.
Well, now they're saying sea salt is like, eat it.
And the Himalayan pink salt, right?
Oh, I don't know about that.
I thought the Himalayan pink salt was a healthier salt, too, that they were saying go with it.
Sure. It's all about sea salt these days.
That's true.
So you see all these potato chips say, with sea salt.
Yes.
Less sodium.
I think wasn't Wendy's that said their fries had sea salt on them?
I don't know.
We need Sam Bulldog to get back here and ask if the sea salt is being dispensed at the Bulldog House. That's a swing and a miss for a strikeout.
Sam may be at his end of his rope, too.
Yeah, he could be. It's been a long night. John Thrasher, the leadoff batter.
Sam did the St. Patrick's parade. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
There he is. He's back.
Sam, do you guys use sea salt at home? We had a question. Sea salt. Do you use regular salt or sea salt? Salt.
Regular salt.
Do you like salt? Sam does like salt. Generally, most kids do like salt. I used a lot of salt on things when I was a young kid.
I was at Sam's house once when Sam was much younger. And the salt, Sam didn't really like salt.
Oh, he's turned.
Now he does.
Yeah. Sam's a great eater.
I watched him eat a lot of 3 plates of pasta last week.
That's great. And
he's a growing boy.
Lasagna, right?
Yep.
I mean, that's fantastic.
Kevin's trying to get his kids to eat the same stuff.
I am.
Sam, that's why he keeps bringing it up.
We got to get Sam over to show the way, to kind of lead by example. We get the pasta and just butter and salt. Plain pasta, butter, and salt. That's it. In there for a strike.
Good spot again for Jack Thrasher. Sounds like a superhero, like Jack Reacher.
Yeah, it's true.
Someone call for Jack Thrasher. Oh, it's John, but we can call him Jack.
We've had a bank robbery. Jack Thrasher here.
Jack Thrasher to the rescue.
Flies through the streets. Ooh, in there for a strike. Thrasher thought it was a ball. But again, 11-2 game, late in the game. 2 hours, 37 minutes old. You're going to get a wider strike zone than maybe the first couple innings. Oh, he caught it. Catcher held on to it. Good job by Mueller. And that's a strikeout. Thrasher still having a great day. 3 for 5 for Thrasher.
Well, not last at bat notwithstanding. This is again when I saw Kevin Hartigan at the gate, former assistant coach, player personnel guy. He thought this lineup was potent and had the ability to really put up runs, and he's proven himself a truth teller. 11 runs on 11 hits.
He definitely did give you the truth. In there for a strike on Rinaldi. Rinaldi's
He
had
also
a big
offered
night.
me a ride in the Hart cart.
Really?
Yeah, I've never been in that cart. I usually just walk places.
Yeah.
But then I saw video of Cam Jandro and Olivia Lemon, our 2 reporters, getting a ride in the Hart cart when they covered the pies versus hot dogs.
Really?
And so now I'm thinking, how come I haven't gotten a ride in the Hart cart?
Where did they get a ride from where to where?
I don't know. It couldn't have been very far. They're both young, able-bodied individuals.
That's right.
But they got to ride in the Hart cart back somewhere.
Wow. 0-2 to Rinaldi in the air, and this one's going to get out of play.
Oh, that's a catch.
Wow, that's a great grab.
That dude is fired up.
Yeah, he is. That's a fantastic catch. And look at he's pointing. He's pointing down in the Pittsfield dugout. That's outstanding. He makes the catch, and then he's pointing at the Pittsfield players. Welcome to Worcester.
Got a little WWE in him.
I love that. And that one misses. 1-2. The count to the shortstop, Chris Rinaldi.
There's a couple Pittsfield fans here made the trek out here. Wanted that call.
That's a pretty good ride, too, especially on a Friday.
Long ride home tonight.
Rinaldi in the air to center field. Shade goes 2 steps back and makes the catch. Top of the 8th inning coming up. It is 11-2 Bravehearts.
If you feel like you're getting knocked around by the big insurance company, call the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia. Whether it's a car accident, slip and fall, or dog bite, don't sign anything from the insurance company until you've talked to a lawyer. Hiring a lawyer can double or even triple the initial settlement offer. Don't stand alone against the big insurance companies. Let the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia fight for you.
You love working on cars. From classics to high performance, you're happiest when you're under the hood. Turn your passion into a rewarding career as an automotive technician. At Porter & Chester Institute, you'll get hands-on training on engines from bumper to bumper, using industry-standard tools and diagnostic equipment. You'll be prepared with the skills you need and industry tools you can take with you to start your new career. Visit us at porterchester.com. Porter & Chester, career training for today's jobs.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Rich. Took my advice and came to Cantiana Insurance. It's in a great location with easy parking. They even have free registry service. They even saved me $350 on my auto insurance. Thanks for the tip.
Hey, that's funny. They combined my homeowners and car insurance, and they saved me over $250.
Hey, you guys. I've been a customer here for years. They're the best.
They are the best. Why haven't you called Cantiana Insurance yet?
All right, welcome back. Keith Scales out of WPI. On in relief. Marlboro, Upper Marlboro, Maryland native. Pitch for Coach Callahan. His junior year out of WPI. 6'4", good size young man. Scales. On in relief of Stills, who stands to win this one, get his first W as a Braveheart. Talk about if he doesn't pitch another inning, a confidence builder going to Vanderbilt.
Yeah, you're right. No, great outing from Stills.
It was a slow start for Stills, and then he just got better and better as he settled in. Outstanding performance.
There's Peterman checking in with us now. We saw you getting some good seats down there in the front row and telling the folks that you were going to be on TV and they were going to be on TV. It was outstanding. Hydration is key, and Peterman is hydrating here. Jake the Lion, we hope you guys have a big bowl out for Jake the Lion of water, which you have to, because we're going to get Peterman's going to come in the booth if we can get his microphone up right now. Peterman is joining us in the booth, so if we can get his mic up. So you definitely have to keep Jake hydrated in these kind of conditions, right?
Oh man, it's going to be 90 all weekend.
Yes.
Jake needed extra pink lemonade out there, and popsicles, ice cream, slushies, all the stuff the kids like. Oh yeah,
you got to hydrate Jake all week just to prepare him for this weekend.
Yes, that's a good point.
The thing is, he still doesn't run any faster when you hydrate. I gotta tell you, he's a little slow.
He's got a lot of fur. That pitch gets away. And Hughes moves up to second.
So I just wanted to head down to the front row. Did you actually see me on
Oh,
TV?
yeah. You were there.
We saw you on. We were talking up the jacket, and then we saw you. You had a great spot right there.
The jacket's bright. It's like you just won the tournament at Harbour Town in the PGA Tour. They give out these.
Yeah. Well, I had
jackets.
to upgrade my selection. You know, last year I had that bright red jacket with the Bravehearts logo on the back.
Yes.
And at the end of the season, we lost, obviously, in the finals. I gave it to a fan.
Oh, that's nice.
Gave it to a fan.
That's a nice move.
Came
That's a
back
nice
and
gesture.
forgot that I didn't have a rally jacket 2 days before the season, so I decided to go to the Men's Warehouse.
Okay.
And I didn't really go to the Men's Warehouse.
Yes.
That's wrong.
I'm wondering where you got this.
That's great.
And I found a great tartan suit.
I
There
love
it
it.
is.
Tartan,
Tartan.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. That's
I
tartan,
got
all right.
matching pants, but I'm not wearing them tonight.
Yeah, it'd be a little warm tonight.
Oh,
For
it
the
would be
viewers at
tough.
home, don't worry. I am wearing pants, but they're not
Yes,
tartan.
they're not tartan. No, that would be a tough take with the suit pants, with the thick tartan suit pants on a night like tonight. But I appreciate the jacket. I love the plaid, love the jacket. Looks like you could be in a Mighty Mighty Bosstones video, too, from the 80s.
The dance moves might fit right
yeah,
along with that.
yeah, completely so. Little
Did you,
ska.
and you heard what we're doing tomorrow night, right?
Tomorrow
Yes.
is the Worcester time capsule.
Yeah, the sports time capsule. You guys would probably pitch in quite a bit with some stories because we've
Yes.
got Bob Foraker coming out.
Oh,
to throw
that's
the first
great.
pitch.
Are you burying him with the time capsule?
That is
I
great.
hope he's not watching it.
Oh, he's watching. Bob knows I love him. That's okay.
Mercadante Funeral Home saying, let's get it 2 for
Oh
1.
my goodness. We got a T-shirt that actually has the logos of all of the current and former professional teams in Worcester.
Wow.
And that's impressive. I did see a picture of the T-shirt, and it's great.
Kevin Shea has a brown button-down
that's
shirt
right.
that
We
he
talked-
wears on TV. He's had it 20 years.
Yes,
Still wears it. It is faded.
that might be
That should be buried.
part of the time
Really?
capsule.
Yeah.
We'll put that in the time capsule, absolutely.
20 years of broadcast history.
It's true. We called it the Brown Bomber. It was an old Gap brown dress shirt. The Brown Bomber. I would bring it out.
They still allow you to wear that? Did
I-
you wear it on television
I
anymore?
still wear it on television. I think I brought it out last winter, right?
Kevin can do pretty much whatever Kevin wants to
No.
do.
Mike Marcy allows you to wear that on
Yeah, the
camera.
Brown Bomber still comes
That's
out every once in a while.
unfortunate.
Yep.
That is unfortunate.
Yes.
But this T-shirt, it's got the Worcester Counts.
Yep.
Bay State Bombardiers.
Yep.
And we've got the Ice Cats. We got Scratch coming out tomorrow night.
Oh, so that's great.
The Sharks.
Yep.
Obviously the Tornadoes.
Yep.
Oh, good.
And I'm going to bring my trunk full of Tornado stuff, and I'm going to have a trunk show on the concourse tomorrow night.
Wow.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And just what? Put on different things for different innings?
Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of jerseys. I actually have the first home run in team history. I have that baseball.
Wow.
I've got the first strikeout in team history. This all is in my bedroom, under my bed.
Wow.
Do you remember who hit the first home run? Was it Andy Brown?
No, I think it was Lucas
Was it
Taylor.
somebody like Lucas
Really?
Taylor?
Lucas Taylor. He
Yeah.
had a
Center
grand
field.
It was a
slam
grand slam.
on June 9th, 2005, right?
Wow.
That's
yeah.
right.
Started with a bang, huh?
We were talking about Andy
Kind of
Brown.
went out with a bang, too, huh?
God,
You're right. It did
I'm
go out.
surprised that stuff hasn't been
That's
confiscated.
a very
You have it
good
in the
point.
trunk.
You know what? That was locked away in a trunk in an undisclosed location.
We can't tell anybody
Because
that I have it.
that last year, they were ready to take anything and everything that was connected with the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were talking about, remember those Andy Brown home runs that would go into the big tree in center field? Top of that
Oh,
tree
yeah.
in center
Yep.
field. Boy, he could crush it.
Yeah, well, he was, what was he, a draft pick of the Yankees?
Yankees.
was.
Yeah,
Yep.
first round pick of the
Mhm.
Yankees.
That first year was just so surreal.
Oh, my God, it
When you
was
start
great.
thinking back, 2005, with Zach Strong was on
Yep.
that team. Chris Colabello, Greg Montalbano,
Yes.
for example, came
Yep.
in that year. I mean, Ed Riley pitched the first game. I
That's
believe,
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
How about that, though? With all those guys and how good that team is, the Bravehearts have set attendance records
Yeah,
that
it's true.
surpass the Tornadoes.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, it's hard work. Sorry about that. I got the
That's okay.
radio on. It's hard work, you know. I mean,
Oh,
you
very
have to
hard
start
work.
doing that in November. You have to reach out to these towns that are, 30 miles away and giving them a reason to come to Worcester.
Right.
Like, there's a big group here from Westminster tonight.
No kidding.
They're their baseball team, and that's the person. They made a great catch on a foul ball. they're sitting behind the visitors' dugout, and sometimes they like to get loud.
Yeah,
you know what? They did get loud, and we appreciated it.
That was fantastic.
We really appreciated it. Bottom of the 8th is coming up. Maybe we'll have more with Peterman. Let's talk more of this time capsule.
Local sports have a unique way of bringing families together, bringing generations together, bringing neighbors together. In Central Mass, you have families that have been here for years, and you have grandparents that played at a certain high school, and they're watching their grandson or granddaughter play at their same high school. And there's something real special about that. Everyone comes out on a Friday night for football or to support the basketball team or the softball team, and everyone wants to support their team, and everyone feels whether or not they have a son or daughter playing, or even if they don't know anyone on the roster, they come out because they went to school there or they're from that town. And for us to be able to cover that is really unique, really special, and really gratifying.
We'll run into people all the time, whether they're home from college or they're visiting family and they don't live in the area anymore, or they'll say, hey, how's my team doing? How are these guys going to be this year? And so people remember where they came from. They remember their high schools. They remember their playing days. And
if you were from here, you know how unique and how special it is that you can get coverage of your high school and your college.
we have a bond with the community. They appreciate us, we appreciate them. To hear people cheer for you when you show up, because you're just there covering the game. We're not the game, but it's cool.
I've had people tell me that we brought high school sports to a whole new level in Central Mass because of the way we cover high school sports and cover them like they're professional athletes.
All right, welcome back. We're joined by Peterman, and we're talking about tomorrow night's game, where they are going to have the Worcester time capsule, the sports time capsule, and they're going to bury a little something. They have the special T-shirts that are made up, and Peterman has a trunk with all kinds of memorabilia in it from the old
Tornadoes.
Worcester Tornadoes. God, I'm having a senior moment.
There you go.
You know? But you have stuff that's incredible. You were telling us some of the stuff you have.
Well, I have the trophy from 2007 when they won Organization of the Year. Okay, I don't have the championship trophy because I think in the Can-Am League it's like the Stanley Cup. It moves around to different locations. I got jerseys. I have baseballs, like I was mentioning. I've got souvenir programs. I've got two of everything. When I was told under the radar that they were going to clean out the office and throw it all out, I grabbed two of everything, just like Noah's Ark.
That's great. And this one with the shift, and the catch is made by the shortstop. The pitcher was over there covering where third would be, yeah.
And you have Matt Gedman coaching the Pittsfield Suns. And, of course, Rich Gedman, the former manager of the Tornadoes for a while. And
yeah.
So I spoke with him before the game because he really wants one of these T-shirts.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so he thought that the time capsule night was tonight, and I gave him the bad news that it was tomorrow. So I said I'll hold one aside and we'll ship it out to Pittsfield. Does the U.S. Postal Service, do they go to Pittsfield? I'm not sure.
As far as I know, it may be on horseback, but I think it will get there.
Paul Revere, mate, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
no, I
have
family out there, so I can't. What's that?
I saw the New England Blazers, too, the indoor lacrosse team. They're on the shirt.
They're on the shirt.
I saw that on the shirt. And I think you have the Worcester Smiles, the women's soccer team is on the shirt.
Yeah.
And I think you might even have another soccer team in there. I forget. I was looking at the logos, and I was trying to match them up.
You know, there's only one that I forgot. I couldn't identify, but I believe it looks like a Wildcat. And
yes,
I believe
the
it's
Worcester Wildcats.
Worcester Wildcats.
That was the soccer team.
What was the semi-professional football team?
That's the Worcester Wildcats.
That's the
okay.
Wildcats.
That's the
right?
football
Okay.
team. Yes.
Wildfire was the soccer team.
Right.
So I probably missed the Wildfire then.
That's okay.
I'm going to redo the shirt. Ship them back. Ship them back.
Get the Sharpie out. That's great.
So we'll have a fun time with it. When that idea came about, we were talking about making it a tornado throwback night, and John Creedon and I just throw ideas against the wall and see what sticks. And he said, well, rather than just doing the tornadoes, let's make it a time capsule, because we can reach out to people like Bob Foraker, who can come in and tell stories about broadcasting games for Worcester Counts.
Right.
Yeah.
So the shirt has the current teams in Worcester, like the Railers and the Smiles, and of course us. And then the Pirates, the Massachusetts Pirates will be here, and then it has all the former teams on it. So we'll have a fun time with that tomorrow.
Oh, you'll have a ball. He was Bob Foraker when he used to do the Celtics with Bob Cousy. He once gave Bob's home phone number out on the air. You'll have to ask him about that. And he and Coos didn't speak for years after that. Coos did not like that. But
he did that on purpose?
Oh, of course,
Oh,
of course.
Oh,
of
man.
course he did.
Wow.
That's Foraker. He's got some great stories, as you said, some phenomenal stories. Now, what is it? How many people, are you giving the T-shirts away to people that come in the ballpark?
We got the first 500 fans here tomorrow night are going to get one of the time capsule T-shirts.
They're nice, too. It's a great incentive. If you're coming to the game tomorrow, get here early, because they're fantastic T-shirts, and it's a great piece of Worcester history in there for a strike. Last chance coming up for the Pittsfield Suns. They're
Have fun
trailing
tomorrow.
11-2.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
Little work, a lot of golf, right, guys?
Hey, speaking of work, I've settled a ton of accident cases, cheap.
Not me. I've got a big case with a big problem.
Come on, you give injured people a little money, they'll go away happy.
They've got a lawyer.
Yeah, who is it?
Joseph J. Cariglia.
I hate those guys.
Don't stand alone against the big insurance companies. Call the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia, where you pay a lawyer only if you collect money.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects that the healthcare industry will gain 5.6 million jobs by 2020. Be well respected and a valuable asset to any healthcare office. At Porter & Chester, you can begin your career in 9 to 12 months as a medical assistant, dental assistant, or even in medical billing and coding. We offer a different kind of educational environment where students learn practical skills in a hands-on setting. Visit us at porterchester.com. Porter & Chester, career training for today's jobs.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Rich. Took my advice and came to Cantiana Insurance. It's in a great location with easy parking. They even have free registry service. They even saved me $350 on my auto insurance. Thanks for the tip.
Hey, that's funny. They combined my homeowners and car insurance, and they saved me over $250.
Hey, you guys. I've been a customer here for years. They're the best.
They are the best. Why haven't you called Cantiana Insurance yet?
Welcome back, everyone. Top of the ninth. Last chance for Pittsfield. The Bravehearts in front 11-2. It's been a great, great game for Worcester. Putting up runs in the second, in the fifth, and in the sixth. The new pitcher's Rob Stone. Holy Cross pitcher, a left-hander. Worcester with 11 runs on 11 hits. Pittsfield with 2 runs on 3 hits. So a strong, strong outing from the Worcester pitching staff. And we got Sam Bolduc, too, with us here now on the mic. The microphone that Peterman had is now being manned by Sam Bolduc, so we're going to bring him in for a little question and answer.
Yeah, some last inning analysis.
What do you think, Sam, from what you've seen here tonight so far?
I think it's been pretty good.
A good showing for the Worcester Bravehearts. Great offensive showing, but when you look out there, 3 hits, too, they've really been solid on the mound.
Yeah.
Sam, what position do you play? You said you were a shortstop, right? You play everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite position?
Shortstop.
All right.
Shortstop.
Now, do you enjoy being in the field, or do you enjoy batting more? What would you prefer, to hit or to field?
Hitting home runs.
Hitting home runs. You know what?
Maybe.
You got a future in the American League.
Yep.
That's what all the major leaguers like, too. That's what everyone likes. Hitting home runs.
What was the name of your team this past season?
Red.
You were the Reds?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. From
Marlboro Reds.
Yeah. Did your dad give you any advice on baseball, how to hit, stuff like that? Did he tell you about his playing days?
Yeah, I also saw old pictures of him.
No kidding.
Oh, you did?
Were they in black and white or were they in color?
Color.
Okay. All right.
In the air to right field, and the leadoff batter is retired by Stone on a fly ball.
Stone pitching at home, the Holy Cross guy, and trying to close this thing out. Coming up on 3 hours.
59. We're closing in on Worcester News Tonight at 10. Could be seen in its entirety immediately following this broadcast.
I don't know. It'll come on after the 10 o'clock hour, no question about that.
Patrick Sullivan, look out straight back at you and into the screen.
Sam, how many Bravehearts games have you been to?
I can at least count 5.
At least 5.
All right,
okay.
you're a veteran. Watch it now. Your analysis, because you've been behind the scenes here with the production and looking at how it all runs here from inside the truck to the cameras to Andy and I in the booth. How do you like it? The whole aspect here, the broadcast.
It's pretty cool to me.
What would you like to do? Would you like to do this when you grow up? What would you like to do? Would you like to announce like us? Would you like to direct in the truck? Would you like to do a camera?
I would like to announce.
Nice. I like it.
Now, who's doing the best job out there that you've seen? Not Kevin and I.
Right.
Who do you think? You've been all around the ballpark. Who's really put up a good performance tonight?
Brenna.
Brenna's done the best job tonight. Brenna gets the star of the night.
Yep, she gets the MVP. Sam Bolduc's MVP award. We need to get a belt for that.
Oh, yeah.
The Sam Bolduc MVP award. Give it out each night to whoever the MVP, they get to wear the belt. Oh, that one's a hot shot off the glove. Great leaping effort from Chelly, but that one goes into the corner. And it's a 1-out double for Patrick Sullivan. Pittsfield will not go quietly into this good night.
How do you think Joe is done up top?
I think he's done pretty good.
Pretty good? Better than average? Or just average?
Average.
Yeah. Well, that's what Joe's shooting for, so he'll be happy about that.
He's a 2-0 and go guy.
He'll be happy to hear that, Sam.
He wanted to lay under a tent at the beginning of the game because it was really hot.
That's great.
See, now we're getting crew confidential.
Yeah, that's true. Here's Nunez, the cleanup hitter for Pittsfield. An 11-2 Worcester Bravehearts lead. 10:01 is the time. 1 out in the top of the ninth, and that one's upstairs for a ball.
Fireworks following today's game.
Yeah, Sam, tell us about fireworks. Are you a big fan of fireworks?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's a ton of fun. Whether all ages, everyone loves the fireworks. That one's ripped to third and caught. The throw to second, not in time. Eddie House with the grab on the hot shot, and there are 2 away.
Well, House has had a pretty good day in the field. Got his first hit, couple RBI. Played pretty solid over at third.
Now, Sam, do you like this better than, say, playing video games? Coming here to the ballpark with us and seeing the whole broadcast?
For the summer right now, yes.
For the winter, you would say what? You would take the video games in the winter?
Yeah.
What's your favorite game, Sam? Are you still playing? What was that game where you build things and there's sheep walking around?
Oh, Minecraft.
Minecraft.
I killed one.
Yeah. We had to eat the sheep, I think.
Wow.
It's
it
life. It's real life.
Nice MLT sandwich.
Yep. Sam
with the lettuce
building.
Tomatoes real crisp. But he didn't say that. It's a Princess Bride. Oh, sure. Well, we're going to get a little jump around here.
Yeah.
I like it.
Trying to get the crowd going here for the final out. Oh, that was it. Yeah.
Great song, but it's there. 2-1 is the count now with 2 outs. To Dylan Faircloth, the first baseman. Stone, the left-hander. Holy Cross pitcher. Swing and a miss, and the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the crowd can feel it. A couple on their feet, standing now for what could be the final pitch of the game. Here we go, 2-2. What do you think, Sam? Fastball, curveball, what are you throwing?
Fastball.
All right, let's see
Give
what he
him the
dials
heat.
up.
He did.
He did.
Fastball upstairs.
3-2 the count. What are you going now? You sticking with the fastball? Are you going curve? You going changeup?
Change up.
Changeup.
Oh, I like that.
I like that too because that's a gutsy call. He's not thinking changeup right now. 3-2, 9-run lead. He's thinking he's probably going to groove one to me. He would have been out in front of it and a swing and a miss and a strikeout. Pittsfield showing their frustration. The Worcester Bravehearts celebrate. It's a third win in a row for Worcester, a complete team victory. 11-2. The Worcester Bravehearts winning. Our next broadcast is Friday, July 20th, a special 7:30 start against the same Pittsfield Suns. It'll be the Nashua Silver Knights on July 20th. But for now, it is the Worcester Bravehearts with a big 11-2 victory tonight for our producer-director, Sean Grady, Jamie Reynolds, Sam Bolduck, Andy Lacombe, and our entire crew. I'm Kevin Shea. Thanks for watching. So long from Hanover Insurance Park. It's another big Bravehearts victory.